is going on, everybody? How are we doing on this fine Thursday evening? My name is Eric, and welcome to Q2C VR Gamer Live. We are a weekly talk show that airs every week at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, where we broadcast live simultaneously to YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and the Multiverse. What is going on, Multiverse? How are we doing tonight? If you cannot catch us live, you can always catch us afterwards on your favorite podcast platform. We have an amazing show for you tonight. We have lots of great information, great people to talk to. But before we go any further, I need to say hello to my best friend, the man who's watched Strange Brew over 1,000 times. He's actually been to the El Senor Brewery. His doorbell goes, cuckoo, 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 cuckoo. My favorite Mackenzie brother. Take off, hoser. Todd McKenzie, what's going on, brother? How you doing today?
Hi diddly ho diddly.
Seriously, how many times have you watched Strange Brew?
Too many times. I'm not allowed to tell you. Yeah.
Take off, eh?
It's part of our citizenship. We have to watch it at least once a month.
That film was shot in 3B. 3 beers and it looks good, eh?
Yeah, exactly.
So probably nobody knows what the hell I'm talking about, but 1983, Strange Brew. Rick Moranis, and I can't even remember the other guy's name. It was Rick Moranis and what are you saying, D?
Dave Thomas.
Dave Thomas. Yeah. The guy from Wendy's?
Take off, eh?
No.
The Wendy's guy, Dave Thomas?
The original Dave Thomas.
Yeah. Not the burger guy, not the Wendy's guy.
Oh, I love that guy.
I know.
I love that guy.
I love that movie. It's great.
Oh yeah. Who doesn't love that cuckoo? I mean, I'll be thinking about that for the next 2 days. I'll have it in my head, right?
I'm gonna have to download it as a ringtone for sure.
That's what I was gonna say. I had that as my brother's ringtone for a while there.
Oh, it's the best, man. It's the best. Great. It was one of my favorite shows, 1983. Bob and Doug McKenzie, right?
Yep.
So good. If anybody has not seen it out there, go watch Strange Brew. Report back to me next week.
Absolutely.
Oh, too funny. Well, everybody, how you doing tonight? I hope everybody's having an awesome Thursday. It's been a great week. We have a million things to talk about. So we'll say hello to the metaverse real quick. We will have Tass later in the metaverse. Let me say happy birthday to Jason Ward, and he's probably out celebrating for his birthday right now. But I think at some point we'll see him, and we might see a special guest in the metaverse tonight too. Maybe. But let's do what we always do. Let's say hello to our fantastic chat, and let me make sure I am on live chat and not top chat. But let's say hello to my favorite people in chat. We have IAmRuuts says, hey all, what's up, Roots? How you doing, brother? Kubo92 is here. He said, Felipe, you spiked my greeting. How did he do that, Alex? Michelle B is here. She says, just keep MASH away from the mute button. May have had an issue in Wes's stream the other night. When Wes was streaming, it was like, I don't know, D, what time was it? Like 3:30 in the morning or something like that?
It was early, MASH. Come on.
Yeah, right. I think I had been going on like 3 hours sleep, and I was watching his stream and I had my phone open, and I'm a moderator, of course, in the Virtual Strangers YouTube, and I think I hit the button and I muted her, and I hid Wolveraza. Like he was gone.
See his words.
Yeah.
Thank God I caught it, because once you hide somebody, you can't get them back if you don't catch it right away. So yeah, it's too funny.
MASH.
But yeah, Kubo92 is here. ChiTownDee is here. There she is. What's up, ChiTownDee? We got Traveling Man is here. Kyle, the Masters Kitchen. The Masters started today. That's right.
Yeah.
Who else we got here? We got Rattlehead is here. He says, hey, yo. What's going on, Rattlehead? How you doing? And Echo into the Future is here. He says, hey, duders. What's up? Mike Newton is here. What's going on, Mike? How you doing? Mickey Burr is here. Mickey is cool, man. Mickey is he's a good friend of the Virtual Strangers and the Virtual Strangers show, and he has popped over here. It's good to see you, Mickey Burr. Felipe won't touch your wheel, Liaris. Was he threatening to touch your wheel?
Dude, I saw that timestamp he put in that comment. I think he's aiming for my job, yo.
Yeah.
What?
Don't get it. Nice try.
Wow, we have
competition.
He wants to touch the D wheel. I don't know. Don't touch the D wheel. You know who else likes? Never mind. Hang on. All right. I think we had enough of those last night, D. Of the mom joke.
You can't get enough of that. Man. I'm never gonna.
I know.
Got a bunch of people chiming in from Facebook.
Yeah, hit us, Todd. When you call them out?
Paul Fennessy, Sean O'Connell. Rest of them are hidden from me for some reason.
Oh, really? I got them. I got Paul Fennessy, Sean O'Connell. We got
all I got.
Lisa Dormith is over there. How you doing, Lisa? Nice. Good to see you. She says, take off to the Great White North, eh?
That's right.
I love it, Lisa. Way to go. Way to go with take off to the Great White North. Glenna Consulier is here. She says, hello, Eric and Todd. Amber Manzer is here. She says, hi, guys. Hey, Amber. How you doing? It's good to see you. Who else we got here? We're going. Troy Gillis is here. What's going on, man? Lots of people talking baseball opening day today, I think, Todd. VR Spry Guy is here. He says, here we go. Let's see. The Academy of Language Therapy and Life Coaching is here. How you doing? Bacardi B is here. Ryan Holt is here. Chris9989 is here. What's going on, Chris Lebrecki? How you doing, man? We got a couple Facebook users. Love the Facebook users.
All right. Skiva showed up. Hey, Skiva. Nice to see you.
Hey, Skiva's here, man. How you doing? Good to see Skiva. Awesome, man. Come go check out their show tomorrow. I'm sure they have a kicker banger of a show going tomorrow. Let's see. Paul Fennessy is over there on YouTube as well. Orlin Hooper, Sinnesback is here. What's going on, man? How you doing? Let's see. What else? Hussein X is here. Hussein X just got his T-shirt today. I think
good.
He messaged me earlier, said he got his T-shirt that he won. I think it wasn't that long ago. A couple of weeks ago, maybe.
A couple of weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, he got it pretty quick. Let's see who else we got. Onakazi is here. What's going on, man? He says, I got big screen science to do a watch of Strange Brew last year. That's freaking awesome, dude. So good. OU Bobcat 87 is here. He said, funny movie. It is one of my favorites, man. One of my favorite. Dark Angel is here. She says, hey, yo, gamers. What's up, Dark Angel? How you doing? Man, there's so many people here, Todd. Mark Caldwell is here. Good. Yeah. Let's see.
Technoglitch is already yelling hoodie.
Oh, Tech is here. What's up, Tech? Traveling Man is here. Kimberly Wirth is she hashtag multiverse, so she must be in the multiverse. That's awesome.
Yep, she must have read the door in the multiverse.
Hell yeah! Why don't you do our little multiverse announcement just if some people did not see it? Go ahead, brother.
Anybody that's in the multiverse or in the metaverse or magazine room inside the multiverse can look at the door to the left of the screen. That door will give you instructions on how you can come in to the YouTube chat and enter a metaverse or only drawing that we'll do on the big ChiTownDee wheel. Yeah. And this week we are giving a key to Warplanes to people from the metaverse.
Nice. Warplanes. Who is ChiTownDee, by the way? Is that somebody we know? No one.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I know ChiTownDee.
I know ChiTownDee.
And Glenna Consulier, she left you out originally, but she got you on the back end. She said, welcome, ChiTownDee. Over to Facebook. Joseph Alcantara is over there with Dickel Salas Pineda. Casts of millions watching the Q2C VR Gamer Live tonight, and it's going to be an amazing show. We've got some cool stuff to do, but let me tease what we have giving away tonight, because we can't have a show without giving shit away. Can we, Todd? If we ever had a show without giving shit away, people would just be like, that, we're out of here. We're clicking off. Swipe left. Is it swipe left?
I hope they're here for us, and not just the giveaways, but the giveaways are always nice, right?
Yeah, they're fun, right? Giveaways are fun. Yeah. Giveaways are fun. Let's do this. Let's talk a little bit about some of the stuff we have going on. I do want to mention we do have super chats open, guys. Just so you know, we did get that open last week, and amazing for all the super chats that we had last week. This week's giveaways, guys. We have a couple donated keys. So we had a donated key from our buddy Troy Gillis and his wife. They're giving away Vermillion, and you did a little Vermillion stuff this past week, Todd.
I did, and I did a Painting VR kind of first impressions playthrough back in October, November, something like that, a long time ago. And I was impressed with what you could do in that, but I felt that I needed to know how to paint. Vermillion takes it to a whole new level on teaching you how to paint. With that YouTube integration is just brilliant. Like you got to watch my video, but I was just blown away by the mechanics of the equipment around you, the sounds of everything that's made, that whole box to your left with all the different options and settings and YouTube, and oh my god, It was a great game.
Yeah, really cool, right? I mean,
yeah.
It's just amazing what you can create in there. What I love is that they have an overlay in there, right, where you can actually put something on YouTube, like a picture, right, in there, and then you can actually just like paint over the picture and you can put the picture on your
put a paused picture from a YouTube video right on top of your canvas and then paint it.
That's pretty cool, man.
Or you could put
all these different brushes
on your canvas and paint along with him. Yeah, it was very cool.
That's pretty cool.
How cool is that? How cool is that?
I announced the winner for Vermillion today, actually, on Facebook.
Oh yeah, you want to say who it was, or
I can't remember.
Cool.
I'm gonna look.
You know who I watched the other night? She did a live stream of Vermillion. Was VR with Jasmine. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was really good. If you guys, I don't know, Todd, maybe if you can catch her link and throw it in there. But to her YouTube, VR with Jasmine, she's a really good YouTuber and good friend, and she does a great job. And she had an awesome stream last night. Doing that live, how can you imagine doing that live, Todd? It would be like a little bit, people like looking at your painting going,
yeah.
But she did a great job, and it was a lot of fun watching her. I got a chance to do that. It was fun. Yeah, VR with Jasmine.
Good. Her, a link in chat there. And the winner was Joe Laurie. I tagged him on Facebook. So it was a Facebook. You could enter either on Facebook or on YouTube, and the winner came from the Facebook list this time. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it was cool. And then we've got a key to Vermillion to give away. We have a key to Warplanes, like Todd said, that we're giving away in the Multiverse, and we also have a key to the Living Remains that was donated by Guido 7335. Guido 7335. I know it's Guido. I think it's 7335. But yeah, he donated a key to the Living Remains, which I did a video of the Living Remains this past couple of days ago, and that was a lot of fun too, man. It was a great game. Now that game is a Steam game only. So if it lands on you and you can't play it, just let me know. We'll figure something out. But you know how it works. If it doesn't work, if it's not going to work for you, it's not going to work for you. But we do have that to give away tonight as well. And then we also have we're going to give a key to Warplanes. Yeah, we're going to get another key to Warplanes to the chat tonight. So one key for Warplanes for the Multiverse, and then one key to the general Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch chat as well. So holy crap, that's a lot, Todd. You want to know what the kicker is? You want the kicker? Here's the kicker. We have an erector to give away. No, I didn't say erection. I said erector. We have an erector to give away. We have a MrTass erector to give away. The erector Gunstock that I actually did an unboxing and review of this past week as well. And there's a birthday boy out there that there's the birthday boy.
Oh, wow.
What is up with your green screen?
What's up with your green screen?
We got no volume and your green screen is jacked, bro.
It is jacked. All right, let me turn that on.
You got a brand new green screen and it's all jacked up, dude.
Hey, we all try to set up what we can.
You're doing good, man. You're doing good. It's not your green. It's something with your camera.
No, the green screen is not big enough. Yeah, it's the software, because if I switch it to the full green screen, if I switch it to green, it's not fully green. So weird.
Yeah. We can show you.
I'll hook you up with OBS.
We'll get you set up with OBS. We'll get you.
Look at mine. Mine's not full either, right? My arms get cut off.
Yeah.
So, hey, I just wanted to bring you in to say happy birthday, man. Happy birthday.
Well, thank you.
And we're going to be talking to you.
Freaking steak.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah,
it was
good, massive. It's like a tomahawk.
No popcorn.
It was,
It was pretty good.
20-ounce bone-in ribeye. It was good.
It was good.
Great to go with an erector, I guess.
Yeah, right. Exactly. But happy birthday, man. We're gonna. Oh yeah, absolutely. We'll come back.
I'm gonna get loaded up. Yeah, I'll get loaded up into the metaverse here in just a second.
Awesome. We appreciate it. Thanks, Tass. Happy birthday, man.
Yep. Thank you.
Awesome. So we're going to be giving away a MrTass erector Gunstock tonight, guys. This is one of my favorite Gunstocks that I've ever had. I had a blast doing the unboxing for it the other day. Played some contractors with it, and it's just great, man. The customization that you can do with that Gunstock is by far the best Gunstock I've had. Now there are other Gunstocks that do different things better, or different, don't do different things better. But the customization, you will not find a Gunstock out there that you can customize like the erector from MrTass. So we're gonna give one of those away tonight as well. What do you think, Todd? Is that enough? God, that's got to be enough, right?
Nope.
What else do we got?
I think we're going to do a Reality Bytes t-shirt to celebrate our new upcoming show, Reality Bytes with Gamertag VR.
I agree. We should definitely do that. I agree. We should do that. We should give away a Reality Bytes t-shirt tonight. And I tell you what, let's give 2 away. Let's give a Q2Z VR Gamer, and let's give a Reality Bytes. Let's do that.
Sounds good.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we'll give 2 shirts away, man. And then you can have your choice, actually. We'll let you guys have your choice. So if you want the Reality Bytes with me, Gamertag, and Todd on it, you can do that. Or if you want the Q2C VR Gamer Live, you can do that as well. And you guys can choose. No copies of the Room VR tonight, Spry Guy. Those are all gone.
They are gone.
Let me just say a couple of people have stopped in. Nibelheim is here. Bearable Man is here. And I did see Mepper was here earlier. I think you saw him stop in.
I think Larry Kirk showed up as well.
Nice, Larry Kirk. And hell yeah. Travel Man says, I want a t-shirt. Yeah, I mean, I could still do a hoodie, but geez, guys, it's getting warm. I mean, does anybody really want hoodies anymore?
People want all the Canadians now. Are saying yes.
Take off, eh? Hoser.
Take off, eh?
Give me my hoodie, you knob.
You knob. I'm gonna be quoting that all night long, guys. So you should go watch. You can go watch that show. Karina Stimson is here. How you doing, Karina? And Sir Khalid is here. How you doing, Sir Khalid?
Equine to the Future says, "Can we exchange the shirt we win for a key to the Room VR?"
No more rooms to the key VR. Gone. Done. Oh, too funny. Too funny. And Sir Khalid, he won something from Virtual Strangers last night because we actually did some of the second chance giveaways last night, and I think he won something last night. So congratulations on that. And Jennifer Lindberger is here. She says, "Hey, Jennifer, how you doing?" Shah Azrael is here. How you doing, Shah? Man, it's crazy. I can't believe all the people.
Crazy. Metaverser must be cracking too because we got 55 people already. So
yeah, hell yeah.
The show is taking off.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I love it, man. It's good to see it. It's good to see it. Well, let's get into it, Todd. D, we'll see you in a little bit. Take it easy.
Take off.
Bye now.
Eh? Oh, shit. I was wondering if you were going to do it or not. Okay, so Mickey Burr says, hope they make T-shirts in 5XL for one. That's as big as they go.
Yeah. 5.
But they're really good T-shirts. We try and do the best quality we can stuff. And Todd went in and fixed the store up this week because I've been a little slack in the store.
Someone's been slacking a little bit. So.
Todd messaged me. He's like, "You're such a slacker." He says, "I had to go in and fix the whole store, dude." I know. Sorry. But it's
we had a message today came from Paul Fennessy asking if we could do custom shirts or hoodies with your gamer tag on them, like maybe down the sleeve or something. So we are going to come up with a couple of different concepts and put them on the store where you can, when you order it, it'll ask you what name you want on it, and we'll add a name to the.
That's a great idea, really, because that's nice. Because you could do the Q2C VR Gamer, or you could do VR Gamer, and then you could do your you could do like mine's Mash Daddy Cool. You could have Mash Daddy Cool on the sleeve, or Lamplighter, or whatever your gamer tag is. That's a great idea. And
I thought it was a great idea.
It's just Todd has to do the work on it, which I love making Todd have to do extra work. So this is fantastic.
Todd's got so much time.
5 minutes before the show started, I'm like, "Hey, Todd, can you get a thumbnail up for me?" Quick on YouTube. Oh man, too funny. He wants Onakazi wants Quincy on his, like the medical examiner Quincy.
I hope not.
That would be a weird one.
That would be weird.
Man. Technical says hashtag multiverse. I'm in this jank.
Nice.
Is it jank? I don't know. Well, let's get into it, Todd. Let's do something special here. We had an amazing chance a few days ago to sit down with someone from Actronika, the makers of the Sikinetic Haptic Vest. This is a vest that I checked out for the first time at GDC, and it really blew me away. The people there are some of the nicest people that I've ever talked to. They're really great and accommodating. I had one of the best demos that I've had in a long time, and that includes the OO vest and the B haptics. And this was one of the coolest things that I tried. And as soon as I did it, I just went to them and said, "We need to do something because I want to know more about this." And I said, we need to schedule something right now while we're on the show floor. And they were super accommodating, and they're from France, so we had some time zone issues. So we pre-recorded this, but it's a great little piece. It runs for about 30 minutes, guys, and they're just some cool people. And we talked to Xavier, and as you can see, we get a lot of information out of him in this video. He's extremely passionate about the haptics, and that is going to come through in the video as well. And I was proud and happy to talk to him. And let's hear it, Todd. Let's go through it.
Let's do it.
Do you see anything?
Yes.
Do you hear anything?
Of course.
Do you feel anything?
No, nothing at all.
What if I told you now that it's possible?
Okay, guys, so here we go. We are with Xavier from Actronika. We're going to be talking about Sikinetic. Xavier, how are you doing today, my friend?
Very good, very good. And you?
Good, good. Thank you for joining us all the way from France. We really appreciate it. Let's talk a little about the Sikinetic Vest. This is something that I got a chance to take a look at GDC, and I was really impressed with it, to the point where I kind of started to follow up with you guys, and I was really interested. I wanted to know more, and I said, the only way to really do this is if we get you guys in here to talk about it. And you were really kind enough to give us some time on a Sunday to come talk to us about this. So we really appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, no worries. Well, whatever you want to ask, I will be there to answer them and give as much as precision as needed.
Let's talk a little bit about you, Xavier. How long have you been with Actronika, and what exactly do you do there?
So I joined Actronika like a little bit more than 1 year ago, something like 1 year and a half. Before that, I was doing a PhD in VR and haptic, so I stayed basically in the same area. And at Actronika, I'm working on how to spatialize haptic effect on the vest. So basically here we have a vest which has 20 actuators like those, and how to what I'm trying to do is how to spatialize an effect across the vest for the effect to be felt like smooth.
So you guys are in Kickstarter. So you guys are you started your Kickstarter on March 22nd. As of today, which is Sunday the 3rd, you've got about 17 days left on your Kickstarter. And I would recommend people go check it out and go do a little bit of research and take a look at the Sikinetic Vest. It's extremely interesting, and yeah, I mean, you have some different packages and programs that everybody should take a look at. But let's talk a little bit about haptics. And I just want to say that we are big believers in haptics. It's not a cheap way to get into VR, but if you can do it, it's a different level of immersion, right, Todd?
Yeah, like to take you to that next level of immersive VR action, whether it's in an experience or in a game, either one really. To have a haptic, any piece of equipment, not just the controllers that vibrate or the face that might vibrate, if you have other haptic accessories, but to have full body haptics is amazing.
Yeah,
next level.
And I think you guys are taking it to the next level, because it's a little bit different than what the haptics that I have experienced so far, or Todd has experienced so far. And that's what we'll touch on in a little bit, is the different experience that I had at GDC with it, and what kind of like really brought me to the point where I really wanted to get more information and hear more about what you guys are doing. Let's just talk a little bit about the vest itself real quick. So this is it's a gender neutral vest. So it's not like you have to go buy a men's or a women's. It's one size fits all. It's easy to put on. I saw several different size people wearing it while I was there demoing it. To a smaller woman was wearing it, to a larger man. Myself, I'm 6'4". I have no problem putting this on.
Adjust the vest on three different levels. So yeah, you have six points across the vest, 3 on each side. The thing is, you also have some other larger, I don't know how to say, and in general, there isn't much issue with whenever someone tries to wear it. At least we never had anyone who couldn't fit in the vest. what I can tell more is that the design of the vest has been done with atelier. I don't know how the word in English. I'm sorry. Basically, it's some people which specialize in how to build costumes for theater or any other kind of events. So they have very high design skills, and so they help us
cool.
to make the design of the vest. And moreover, there's an additional how can I say? It's not just how to make the vest fit on anybody. There is an additional component that we have to take into account is the propagation of the vibrations. Basically, if you use something which is too stiff, what might happen is that the propagation goes way too far. Whenever you have an actuator vibrate, you will feel it diffuse in a very large area. And whenever, if you have something which is too soft, you will have like the opposite. So we need to find some kind of in-between which allows to have a good propagation of the vibration from the actuator to the user, and not just within the vest. And also to make sure that it doesn't feel like you just have several parts buzzing, but that you have like some sensation which is continuous across the body.
Yeah, this is something that I thought was really cool to show too, because again, I've tried out several haptic suits, all different kinds, and what I felt differently from this one, it wasn't just a buzzing. So it wasn't just a rumble. You know what I mean? It wasn't one spot rumble. That's it. You felt what you're talking about. There was a spreading of, you know what I mean? It was a very controlled feeling that actually moved around the suit, and you could get different feelings from each one. Where with certain, other haptic vests, a lot of times it's just a basic rumble. You're just getting that one rumble in one spot.
Yeah.
Here you could get different feeling, and with the demo, it was really amazing with the different types of things that you did inside the demo, like the raindrops and there was different things that they did in there that I thought was really cool. And I could see where if this is not fitted on you properly, where those things wouldn't happen. So that's great that you have all these points to fit it to you to make sure it's going to give you the best experience for whatever body type you have.
Putting a design like you said, a costume designer into the mix was a pretty smart move. Like a lot of companies in accessories think that they know what they're doing because they're gamers or they're developers, but to bring in someone from that far distant genre, if you want to call it, or a different design element is just a very smart idea.
Yeah. Well, at the same time, I mean, haptic and VR is also like two domain where a lot of technical aspects from very different domain are brought into together to build something. You have like math, physics, you have psychology, you have like really a lot of skills required to build interesting experience from the hardware, the software, the how people will actually feel the overall interaction. So, I mean, to me, it feels quite natural to get the specific skill that you need and bring it into the project.
Yeah, you have these two, almost looks like wires that come up over the shoulder from the front to the back. It looks like not wires, but it looks like those, you see those two like black harnesses almost that come up over the shoulder. What are those, just straps, or do they serve some type of purpose?
No, they actually have a purpose. The thing is, you have the board which is behind the vest. This board, so I don't know if you can see it properly on the screen.
Yeah, we'll bring up the big picture here. They'll get a better shot.
It's not too dark. Okay, so you have basically the card which is behind the vest. This card will drive all the actuators across the vest, and the actuators are wired obviously to the card. The thing is, since the vest is made with 3 different parts, so you have the back and 2 parts for the front and the sides. You still need to connect the actuator to the vest. So the other parts are actually connected to the vest using those. Sorry, you can't see them. Using those wires protections.
There's cables in there.
Yeah, right. Exactly. But over here, since we wanted to make it more adjustable for any kind of size, the thing is we can't really sure how we need to put them. So there is no wire here. Everything goes on the top.
I got you.
That's so smart, right? Because you're gonna have bigger people that are gonna want to wear this thing, man, and not everybody has the same body type. So it's great that you can you do that where you're gonna be able to fit most people into here.
I think that there will be less change with all the morphologies. There will be less size change around the neck. That's why they did that, I think.
Yeah, Todd, you were going to ask something before I did.
Yeah, cool. Well, touching back on the design aspect, including these costume designers, you've included like a mesh removable insert. Is that something that is easily removable and I'm assuming washable?
Removable mesh inside. The point is to basically allow people to remove it and wash it because one drawback of haptic is that you need to wear it so you can get hot in it, especially if you do like very active games
like workouts.
So it's better to have something that you can actually remove.
And it's machine washable. You can just throw it in the wash.
Yeah,
that's great. You gotta have something. You gotta have something like that.
I haven't tried personally, but that's that would be the purpose.
Send me the liner. I'll wash it for you.
Yeah.
I just have to put the vest in the box with the liner, and I'll just check that out too.
No problem. No problem.
So one of the things that I loved about it, I love that it's a full vest. Okay, there are some vests out there that are like a half vest, and just for a taller person, I don't think it's enough. This is a full vest. It's only one. Again, it's just one style right now. So it's a full vest. It fits very well. It fits comfortable. I had no issues wearing it at all. I love that it has 20 actuators. Now we'll talk a little bit about the actuators now. Now originally, I think when I was at the show, I think I kind of said it in some of the things I was saying. I thought there was only 16 originally because I think that's the word they were saying, which was 16. But there's 16 of one type of actuator and 4 of a different. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so indeed there are 20 actuators in the vest. So you have 16 smaller actuators, just like this one. So here you have a PCB, but the actuator is only the black part. And then there are 4 actuators like this one, which are way bigger.
Oh yeah, look at
that. Yeah.
So the idea basically is that, since the vest can fit a lot of morphology, the thing is, what matters is to have actuators around the torso, and with the right processing, the right way to spatialize an effect on the vest, you can actually make some movement around the user and make an effect move across the vest. And what matters is that every actuator looks the same, have the same output. So what we tend to do is inhibit those big actuators to only have something similar on the small one. And whenever we play the effect across the vest, we will have like something which will feel mostly continuous across the body. But at some point, we might want to have some effect which is stronger than the others. That's why we also have 4 very bigger actuators. Those are positioned over here and below the arm, which are 2 very sensitive area for the body. So whenever we want to have something more strong for some reason, I don't know, you've been killed in the game or something like this, we can output way more power in those to make the effect more intense.
I kind of have a video from your press kit that kind of explains where they are and gives you a visual on how they interact. So I'm just going to launch that up here quick.
Yeah.
And you can see where they're situated inside the vest.
Yeah, and I'll say too, you don't feel any of this in the vest. So those actuators, I mean, especially the big ones, look very large, but you don't feel any of that. They're inside the vest itself. It's not like it's sticking out or you feel it or it's poking you in any way. It's inside the padding. It's so cool because you don't feel it at all. Really, you don't. When I put the vest on, and the vest, I tried to have it as tight to my body as I could when I was in it. I didn't feel them at all.
You didn't feel all these things poking in you all
over.
over.
Like a completely smooth vest on the inside, which was amazing.
Wow, cool.
Yeah. So one of the effects that what you're just talking about, I want to talk about a little bit, because I have a haptic vest I use all the time, and one of the spots where I never get any sensation is down the side of my body. Everything is either on the front or it's on the back. This I felt, and I think I talked about it that night we did our show at GDC. I had done it that day. I was like, I actually felt haptics like almost under my arms. It was like on the side of my body, in a spot where you would just never normally feel haptics in any kind of other haptic vest. So I was really, really impressed with that, because with only 20 actuators, there are other haptics vests out there that have more actuators, and I've tried them. But here I had the feeling or the sensation that I actually had either as much or more, vibration in this suit with 20 actuators that I did with, say, a suit that had double that number or more than that
number. Yeah. Well, since below the arm are really sensitive parts, it would make sense to actually put some actuators here. And thing is, there are only 2 of them below the arm, and this is plenty sufficient to create some sensation, which seems to be like really covering the whole body that you have.
Yeah, could you have a little demonstration, I think, on a video that you can show us some of the way the actuators go off and around you, right?
Yep. So I should have a small example here. So yeah, I'll just try to. So here we just have it's a very basic example where you have all the actuators, so you can see them around the vest. There are the 20 actuators, and what we want here is to spatialize an effect around the vest to make the person feel that the effect is actually moving. So here we have a sphere which is moving around the vest, and whenever some actuators are facing the sphere, you can see that the intensity of the actuator is increasing. So here what we do is control the raw intensity, compute it in real time to make the movement, the flow as smooth as possible.
The sensation then is that the whole vest is one giant haptic instead of having individual vibrations.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll flow. Yeah, it'll flow around you.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Basically, the idea is to, well, in research, it's called apparent movement. When you have 2 actuators with exactly the same vibration, but with different intensity, by shifting the weight from one actuator to the other, you can actually create movement cessation between the 2 actuators. So basically, we are doing exactly this here, but with not just 2 actuators, but 20 of them.
So basically, the amount of control that you seem to have over these actuators, it's not just that you turn an actuator on and off and it has one intensity. You have different intensities or feelings that you can get from each actuator.
When we want to render something on the vest, there are 2 aspects. The one is the vibration itself, what kind of sensation the vibration should convey, and the second one is the spatialization. It's really how you use several actuators to make a motion across the vest. So yeah, here we have a full control of the vibration. I try to compare it to something that might be more easy to understand. When you hear some music, basically what you are hearing is the vibration of the air. And when you have raw instruments, whenever someone is hitting the drum or hitting the chords of the guitar, all of those instruments will produce a lot of vibrations. And you can have one note or the other, which will be 2 vibrations with 2 different frequency. And if you have more vibration at the same time, for example, on a piano, when the person is hitting several keys simultaneously,
Sorry, guys. I think we're having a technical issue, and guess who just stepped away from his panel? How dare he? How dare he just walk away? And now I'm here by myself. So sorry. We'll try and see if we can get that fixed, and see what it was. But I think Todd was having a technical issue on his end, and he was running that video. So. But I mean, we're pretty close to the end there anyway. What do you guys think about the Sikinetic Haptic Vest? I mean, I thought it was really great interview. Hopefully, I can finish up the little bit of the end there because the ending was really good on that video. And I think Todd just having some issues. But yeah, I was just really impressed, and kind of what he said at the end of the video. He had his thoughts to the future of what we were going to see in haptics in the next, say, 3 to 5 years, and where where he saw his research going and where they thought they would be. And and I could see that, when you guys are talking about haptic suits, we are not far from that. But what he was talking about in the types of haptics go beyond what we think of when we talk haptics and what we think about haptics can be. They really have an eye to something special, and I'm really looking forward to it. You ran away from me and your video completely shitted the bed.
Did it really?
Yeah, I've been having a talk here for the last 10 minutes. Your video just jammed up. You're like, I'll be right back, and as soon as you left, your video went bye-bye.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, so we don't have the end of the video. It's just frozen right there, wherever that is. I'd like to get it'd be nice to get the end of it and run it. I don't know if that'll happen. Is it running now, or will it run?
It looks like okay. Let me try.
It is feasible, and so it's just a matter of time that before we actually have it working.
It looks better.
Yeah, so basically by the time you're ready to ship your Kickstarters, you'll have it ready. So it's something you can currently purchase on your Kickstarter right now. So you guys are pretty much confident you're going to have it ready for launch.
Yeah.
Okay, so on your website, and we talked a little bit earlier, it talks about motion integration with the Vive tracker. Can you tell me how that works and what that looks like?
Yeah. So the vest itself doesn't have any tracking system embedded. However, we do we do have a solution to allows people to track it using any external tracking system. So here I do have an example for the Vive tracker. Basically, when you have a Vive tracker, you can hold it in place with a simple screw. So we have this here, and we can just put it behind the cord, and by screwing it, we can keep the Vive tracker in place. It holds the tracker pretty light, and can actually be used for something else if you have it. I mean, if you don't want to use a Vive tracker but use another one like the Tundra or something else, you can actually do it. The thing is, you have a fixed place on the vest where you can put your tracking system, and this would allow you to have the real position and orientation of the vest. Since it's the same anchor for all vests, if someone do the initial positioning and orientation offset for a specific application, it will work for anybody.
Okay, so Todd was just talking about the Vive tracker that you can attach onto the back of your vest. Why would you do that, or what would you guys hope to accomplish with having that Vive tracker on there?
When interaction happens in VR, we want to have an effect playing on the vest, but at the right location. And by putting an external tracking system on the vest, you are able to separate the head from the body. And by doing so, if you get hit somewhere, the interaction is specialized body-based and not head-based. This can actually have could actually be very important, for example, in shooting games. If someone shoots at you on the side, and you basically, at the instant you were shot, you were looking on the side of your body. If you get shot from this direction, if the effect is head-based, you will feel the vibration on the side of your body. Whereas what actually happened is that the shot came from in front of you, just that your head was turned. So you would need to have the vibration, the effect rendered on the front of your body. by separating the head from the torso, you are allowed to actually spatialize the instruction, how they actually happen to your body and not to the head. And this is actually this is very important. It's not mandatory, meaning that in a lot of cases, you don't necessarily need to have a feedback on the vest. But for some application, it might be mandatory. For example, in the demo that you tried, there was the rain. The rain came from above, and whenever you were moving around from binding forward or backward, you would be able to were able to feel the rain going from the torso to the back in a kind of smooth with a smooth transition. And this was only possible because the torso was actually tracked. If we were doing this only for the head, you basically, whenever you would just look somewhere else, looking up, for example, you would feel the rain on the torso, even if you were still standing still.
Okay, so on Monday, March 28th, you guys made an announcement about interconnectivity with the Quest 2 headset. Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. Currently with our native solution, we are not compatible with the MetaQuest, at least for now. But we will do a partnership with Pro2VR to develop an alternative solution which will be able to drive their device and our device simultaneously in a native way. I can't give you more details right now because things are not all been defined completely, and I'm not necessarily allowed to give more details. But yeah, we'll definitely work on something which will be compatible with any kind of autonomous headset.
This is huge news, though. I mean, we don't really need to know exactly how you're going to do it, but just the fact, number one, that you're in it and you're doing it, and the fact, too, that you've partnered with a huge company that everybody knows in the virtual reality industry, which is ProTube, is big news in itself. And it sounds like you guys really have something going here that really could change the way that a standalone Quest 2 user can handle haptics in the future. So we'll definitely keep everybody updated on exactly how that is going to move along.
Like kind of the games that you have. I have a list here of games that you're advertising as compatible with. I have a little image here that we can pull up. Half-Life Alyx, Pavlov VR, Propagation VR. We got Blade and Sorcery, Sniper Elite, which is one of my favorite games. Boneworks, Pistol Whip, Zero Caliber, Ragnarok, and Onward. Like those are all great games. Yeah. And I'm sure that the list is growing.
Basically those games already handle either natively or through a mode. They already handle other vests for VR. So we can actually use those modes and those native integration to drive our vest. We will provide a tool which will do the translation from the way it was implemented to how to drive the vest. And it shouldn't be more difficult as how it already works.
So that's what you guys have set pretty much right now. By the time you launch, I would assume you'll probably have even more available.
Yeah, definitely. We will try more stuff and make sure it works with as more game as possible.
And I also noticed on your Kickstarter page, it talks about media with automated sound with haptic effects. So you can do films, flat games, music, pretty much anything that can drive this audio device.
Yeah,
it'll work.
Yeah, exactly. As you said, it's an audio device. So the vest has 20 actuator, 20 speaker. It's exposed as an audio device. So basically, anybody who want to use their own knowledge and their own software, audio software, for example, they can actually use whatever they want and drive the vest along.
Yeah, you could sit in your movie theater at home and watch a movie with the vest on.
That's something someone can actually work. That's something someone can actually do as long as he has what he needs to drive the vest. Modders are in general very curious people, and they try to do a lot of stuff, and a lot of great things comes from the modding community. So by giving them as much as possible liberty and tools, we believe that they can actually do very interesting and crazy stuff. We'll provide a free version of a haptic engine, the Unitouch Engine Lite, which allows to take control of the vest and play some haptic track on the vest.
Cool.
That's exactly what we use for the mode for Half-Life Alyx. And so we will provide this software for free, and we will also provide the source code of the mode we developed for Half-Life Alyx, so that people will actually have an example of how to use the vest, how to drive it, how to send data to it in a easy. Well, the tool is quite easy to handle as long as you know how to code. And
right.
Yeah, that's a huge point, because I agree with you 100%. The modding community is really what drives a lot of the innovation that we see in a lot of the VR world that we're in. A lot of companies, they'll bring out a product, and then the modding community will take what is given to them, and they will really start to cultivate it and make it something special and give us more content. So just you guys giving them the software that they need, the tools that they need to do this, is a big step in making haptics, pretty much a regular thing that we should all be using every day. So we
it's going to become mainstream.
Yeah, we need the modding community. You're absolutely right. And they do. They really drive a lot of what we do. So I think it's amazing that you guys are doing that.
I think that in the future, in several years, when the skills of VR developer will increase, the way VR games will be designed will be quite different from today. Today we are only relying on tracking the hand and the head, but perhaps in 2 or 3 years from now, since full body tracking will be more common, it's not impossible that all the game would integrate full body tracking and inverse kinematics in order to allow people to have more immersion. Well, not more immersion, but have a stronger representation of their own body in the virtual environment.
What you just said here in this, what you just said here in this last statement that you're talking about, two things. I can see the passion that you have for haptics when you say that, and number two, just listening to where you have a vision of where haptics will go in the next 3 to 5 years excites me. It gets me excited for virtual reality. It gets me excited for haptics. And when somebody like you, a creative person like you, gets excited about a project, that makes me happy, because in the end run, it's me and people like me that get to benefit from it. So that's amazing. Xavier, let me just say this. Thank you so much for being here, taking time out of your Sunday to join us and give us all this information. That, guys, I'm telling you, this was one of the best tech demos that I had at GDC. It was the best tech demo I had at GDC of a piece of haptics material, and there was a lot of stuff there. This one blew me away. This is the one that I followed up with, and I wanted to make sure that we talked to you more, because I think it's something that we all need to look at. Go to the Kickstarter, take a look at it, see if this is something you're interested in doing. If it is, pledge some money to these guys, because I think they definitely deserve it. They have something here. I think they do have something special. We're going to continue to work with them as Q2C VR Gamer, and we'll be working with them until they launch and taking a look at it, and hopefully we can bring some more stuff to you guys. Again, Xavier, thank you so much, man.
Well, pleasure was mine, and thank you for the interest that you have in our technology and giving us the chance to actually answer your question. And I hope I was as precise as possible.
Yeah, you gave us a ton of information, and just absorbing it all is going to take me a few days, but it's exciting to hear the news that you have, and where you see the future of VR going is exciting.
Absolutely. All right, let's pass it back on to Future, Eric, and Todd. I hate those guys.
I hate those guys.
What do those guys think? They're better than us?
I don't know.
They hate us. What a bunch of peckerheads. Jerks. They did a good interview, though. I tell them that, right?
I was just going to say, yeah, they did some pretty good work there, yeah.
That was pretty cool, man. Just want to say again, thanks to Xavier from Sikinetic Haptic Vest coming out and talking to us. That was a lot of fun. Really, I mean, we had that conversation, guys. Just so you know, we probably had recorded video almost an hour and 45 minutes of recorded video on that, and Todd went through and cut that thing down to about 30 minutes or 35 minutes. And there was just so much information that Xavier had that it would have been too much just for everybody to consume at one time. And it would have been too long. So we did cut it down. Pretty much anything that was of real importance and the hit points we did put in there. But it was just really fascinating, and we will be dropping that video separately. So if you guys missed all of it, or if you want to see it, without having the break up there where we had to stop, you want to see it again to get a better look at it, you can go to our YouTube tomorrow. I think Todd, sometime tomorrow it's going to drop. What time?
Tomorrow morning, I think 10 a.m. it drops.
Yeah, so there you guys go. It'll drop tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. if you want to catch the video of that and get the full thing. A lot of people have been asking price, you know what I mean? And that is one of the big questions is how much is this? Now, just to give you some context, haptic vests are not cheap. So, you're looking at what is it, $399 for the X16B haptics if we're going to compare them, which I don't think we really should, but because they're both haptic vests, I think we have to.
They're both the only two haptic vests on the market, right? So comparing them.
So an X16 you're looking at $399, and I believe it's $499 for an X40.
American.
So this right now you can kickstart back this unit for $534 US. Now, again, it's not cheap. Haptics are not cheap, but they will bring you a level of immersion that you can't find everywhere. And I love my haptics vest. I'm very much looking forward to this one. I do think it can be special. I do think it can be different. And I'm not saying that everybody should go out and buy one. I'm saying you guys should go to their Kickstarter and look at them, do a little research and take a look at them. And if you have any thought, then, even if you want to get in touch with me and you have questions, I'd be happy to answer whatever I can for you. If you're really thinking about looking at doing something like this, but we need companies like this to get through their Kickstarters to do these things. If we want to see, the haptics part of virtual reality succeed, it's important that games like this come out of Kickstarter and make it. And they have about 17. Actually, right now they have about 14 days left or something like that, right?
Yeah, they got 13 days left. They're at about 40,000 Canadian of their 125.
Yeah,
I think they're asking for 99,000 American.
Yeah, so they don't need. I think they're gonna hit it. They have 2 weeks left, and I think they're gonna hit it. But they need some help. So if it's not something you think you're interested in, pass it on to somebody else and let somebody else know to get them out there to take a look at this. Because when I tell you guys that this was one of the most interesting pieces of tech that I saw at GDC, I'm not kidding. It really was something special when I put this on, and I have tried pretty much every haptic vest out there, save for I haven't put the full body Tesla suit on, but pretty much everything else.
Not for not trying though, right?
Exactly. I could have went. I ended up having. I could have went and done the Tesla when I was in CES. I could have went and done the Tesla suit, but I had to go and do either it was either our show or I had to go do Virtual Strangers. So I could, because I was invited to the Tesla party, and I had to skip it. But great interview. Good job. Thank you very much to Xavier for doing that. It was a lot of fun.
He was a great guy. Like you say, we were there 2 hours between an hour and 45 of recorded material, plus before we started recording and afterwards. And he was a really nice guy, really good guy.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Triangle Man says B Haptics already has a catalog of games implemented. Alex has been a busy guy, and he has. And you know what? They're lucky to have Alex, because you need somebody out here there who spearheads this stuff to put yourself into, to put yourself in a position to have this. You're going to want this stuff as natively integrated as possible to make it as easy as possible for people. And it's really something that we did talk about more in depth, but we just couldn't show everything here. But they are definitely working towards that, and I believe by the time they're ready to ship, you're going to see much more integration. And I don't know if that came through, how that came through, but they are opening up their complete toolkit to modders. They're basically giving you for free the keys to the suit, and they're saying take it where you want to take it, and we'll give you the studio. This I can't remember what they called it, but it was some type of studio
Unity
where you can go in and you can mod for it, and you can build it, and you can set yourselves up to have this stuff ready.
And he was even saying that he's using existing coding from existing haptics mods and converting it to his own haptic mods. So the list may only have 10 or 12 games on it now, but it's definitely a matter of time before that list is just as big as BHaptics or bigger. So
yeah. Hamikaze says, "What's up with mixing the currencies? It's 30,000 of the 98,000." Yeah, Todd had said 40 because he was doing Canadian dollars. That's why Todd has 40. Todd shows 40,000 of the 120 something of the 127, 20 something thousand in Canadian dollars. And again, I'm showing American currency.
And I think the whole thing is in euros.
Yeah, it's actually based in euros because they're out of France. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Way to make it difficult.
Yeah, exactly, right. But super interesting, and we'll keep everybody posted. We're going to keep continuing to work with Sikinetic, and we'll continue to do what we can do, and to bring you guys new news. And Actronika seems like they're a great company. I'm really rooting for them, and I think we've built a good relationship with them, and we'll bring you the latest news and whatever they have available down the line, and keep in touch, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's do a giveaway. What do you think? Well, it's time to give away a game. We have like 51 people hanging out, man. I love to see it. We appreciate everybody being here. I get to bring in my friend D. What's up, D? What'd you think of the vest? You gonna get one?
No.
What are you starting for?
What?
I'd like one. Let me be more clear.
That's a better question. That's a better question.
I didn't tell you they're giving one to everybody that's on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe if we had gotten through the whole interview without Todd's computer crapping,
right?
Now
had to go and
it was too funny, and I'm like, 10 minutes, Todd, and everybody's like, mash, it was like 2 minutes. It felt like 10 minutes. You come up here, Felipe. You come up here and improv for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
When you don't know what the hell you need to say, and you're like,
where the hell did he go?
Get your butt in here, Felipe. I'll put you on. Felipe, come on in, buddy. Take the invite. I'll put you on screen right now. See how you do. Bluebell is here. How you doing, Bluebell? Good to see you. I saw a couple people. Chatty came in. How you doing, Chatty? A lot of people talking about Knock too. I've been seeing Todd, and you just got Knock. I think. Did you claim it in your
No,
you didn't claim it.
Didn't even see the key.
I sent it to you earlier today when we were talking.
No, but I will.
Amber Manzer is in Facebook, and she says, "Here's the debate: do you wait until the vests are old enough to wear the integrated on more games, or just buy the new ones and pray that they eventually get all those games, same games integrated?" It really depends, Amber. It depends on how much you like, haptics. And I can tell you that BHaptics still is not natively set up for Half-Life Alyx. You have to run a mod for it. It's still not natively set up for Pop 1. You have to run a mod for it. So if you have a PC and you are fairly good with it, the mods are not hard to do. You can get them in there pretty quickly. I do think that more developers, as we go and as haptics become more available, they are going to put them automatically in the game. And again, you need somebody like Alex VR. That's why he is so good at what he does. Yeah, because he goes out and he dogs these developers and says, "Come on, let's do this. Let's get haptics in your game." And he gives them every tool, and he helps them and he assists them. And that is why BHaptics should give that dude a raise. Really, he deserves it. He deserves it. What are you laughing at? Do you? I missed something?
No.
Let me see you laughing. Somebody say something.
Yeah, so. Can't laugh.
Felipe says, "Don't test me." I bring him in. I'll bring everybody on. All right, let's talk. Let's give away a key to Vermillion. Todd had a ball in Vermillion this week. It's a really, really good game. Channel your inner Bob Ross. Who doesn't want to be Bob Ross? We should have went out and got you the afro wig and everything.
The wig and right.
Dude, why do I think about these things after they're over?
I totally would have worn that. Yeah,
I know.
Awesome.
Like Todd went up and got a paintbrush out of his daughter's room.
Yeah,
I mean, I know you have the beard. All we got to do is put the afro on. Oh, next Bob Ross.
Would have been good. Would have been good.
Next Bob Ross painting game. We're doing that for sure.
Yeah.
Nibblehine says, cool review on Vermillion, by the way, Todd. Todd did very well, man. Todd's been putting out some good content lately, man. And if you have not seen, we're going to talk about it a little bit, but go see the Green Hell review.
So good.
It's Todd loved it and hated it at the same time last night to me.
Oh,
he messaged me. He's like, I love this game. And then it was like little devil faces. And I'm like, what's the matter? He's like, I'm so frustrated. I'm like, what's your problem?
I love what Dark Angel said.
Oh,
Todd
Ross. Yeah. Todd Ross, right?
Ross. I love it. That should have been my intro for you this week. No, Strange
totally.
Brew is the best.
Yeah, Strange Brew is pretty good. Yeah.
Can't do the Strange Brew.
So don't forget that this Vermillion key was donated by our good friends, the Gillises.
Yes, thank you very much, Troy Gillis and your awesome wife. Thank you guys for donating the key to Vermillion.
You're all caught up? We're good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Bluebell said she loved watching Todd play the parking game. I love
car parking simulator. I was a pro, man. You kidding me?
Yeah.
The way you took some of those corners, man, I was impressed.
Yeah, it's like you've driven before or something.
You think, right?
Jennifer Lemberger says, I've seen some people make some amazing paintings in Vermillion. Absolutely. It's been like the streaming game or recording game of the time, right? Everybody wants to do something with it. They want to stream it or they want to make recordings of it. And it was cool watching Todd do it in there. It was a lot of fun. Radio Runt is here. He says, yo, what's up, Radio Runt? How you doing, man? Mind Jive is here. He says, good luck, everyone. Hack the game.
Now that Radio Runt popped in. Now, hold on. Now I gotta.
Hack the Gamepad says, Green Hell versus Song in the Smoke or two different to compare. Stay tuned because when we get done with this, Todd is going to talk about that. And he has played through a good portion of both, and he will give you an answer to that question. Felipe said, dude, the Gillises rock. And that is 100% true. The Gillises do rock.
They do rock.
They do.
Hello to the multiverse. I see there's some Flames Fan 2021.
Yeah, Flames Fan 2021. Hanging out in the multiverse with Mepper, Hack BMX, and Zeta Gray 11. What's up, multiverse? How we doing? We're going to go see them in a little bit. Lisa's Gaming. That is cool. I don't know. I have never seen Lisa's Gaming.
That was from the Multiverse too, and then she came in.
No. Excellent. Congratulations, Lisa's Gaming. So, Lisa, you have to claim this key. We cannot chase you to find you. So, if you are in the Multiverse right now, come see us. You need to come into chat right now in YouTube if you want to talk to us now, or you can email me at mashdaddycool@gmail.com. That's mashdaddycool@gmail.com. Or you can get me at Eric Masher on Facebook Messenger or in YouTube at mashdaddycool. So awesome. Congratulations. And I want to see some artwork. Paint something and send it to us because we'll put it on air. Hell yeah. That'd be cool. So let's do this real quick. Let's get in. So I heard some people while we were going through the interview. There was some screamers over in the multiverse.
Yeah, I just jumped into the multiverse during that last little break where we had some time.
Yeah,
I was going to do a little show in there, and oh my god, some kids in there screaming and yelling. The wristwatch doesn't seem to be working, so we couldn't mute the kids. We couldn't kick them out. I sent some emails to some messages in Discord to the developer, like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, but I did. Michelle B.
Hopefully they'll go to bed soon.
Exactly. Michelle B. did comment. She said that she came out back in the YouTube chat, and then she went back in, and then I think she said she was either they were gone or she was able to mute at that point because she said it was all fixed or all better. I think that's correct. Is that correct, Michelle? Michelle B?
It's off.
If you're out there, I think that's what she said, that it was fixed. So we'll find out because Tass, guess what? Tass is in the multiverse, and why don't we head and see TAS right now, and we'll check out the multiverse and say hey to everybody in there and see if we can hear some screamers. Hey, let's hear the screamers because I'll yell at them. I got no issue. I'll yell at some kid, some little kid in there, scare the crap out of them.
Hey, Tess.
Where's Ross?
Hey.
Where's that kid Ross that I was playing knock with last night? That little bastard.
Yeah, no kids right now.
Oh, we should do the multiverse camera, not just looking at.
Yeah.
Jason.
Hi.
Yeah, I like looking at TAS too.
I gave up on the green screen, so I'm just using it as a wall now.
Yeah, no worries. We're gonna get you set up with
We'll
OBS. Me and Todd will we'll get you teched up and we'll
Hey,
be fine for next week. All right, just do me a favor. Walk
Hack.
up to the people and just look at them so I can see their names and I can call them out.
We got Hack
BMX. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Thanks for hanging out over there. Zeta Gray, how are you?
Flames just.
They just went right through you.
Oh, where we go? Mepper.
Hey, Mepper, what's going on, man? How you doing?
So yeah, you can sit in the seats here, which is a little low. Usually I stand back here and watch.
Nice.
But
I like it. It's awesome that you can see. I love all the stuff, the artwork, and the graphics that we have up there to show.
Well, it's nice. We've got all the mods from the Quest community up top there. Nice pictures.
Can you go upstairs so I can point out the 2 doors we got up there?
Yeah,
sure. It's high. It's a weird door.
So we got Walkabout Mini Golf over here. It looks like game portal.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Look at that.
Infinite Hub. There's
so the way these game portals work. Just one sec, Jason. The way these game portals work up in the top floor, or even down to the bottom, if you click your little blue beam through the door, it'll zoom you off into that game. So, or like the Actronika one, we'll zoom him off to the Actronika's Kickstarter page.
All right, let's go zoom and see.
That's cool. So he just went through. Which door did you just go through, Tass?
The Actronika.
Actronika.
Yeah, I don't know if it. We found that when you had YouTube. Oh no, there it is. The browser's full.
It'll work. Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
So basically, once you go through that door, it'll bring you to their website, and then you can peruse and take a look at whatever you want.
Yep. They use cookies.
Now Todd, when you go
doors every week.
When it's a game, like I saw Cosmonius High there, what happens when you go into a game room? Does it bring you into the...
It takes you directly into the game if you own it. If you don't own it, it takes you to the store.
That's cool.
It takes you right into the game. Pretty cool.
And I'm back.
Michelle B says in a different room, just her and Chatty. That's awesome.
Oh, got Madkin.
Cool.
So just joined us up here.
Awesome.
There we go. Ended up back in. So yeah, we've got Mad Mike 916 just joined.
Cool. The best one right there is Flames Fan 2021.
Yes. Well, I don't know. Hack's been pretty cool.
Yeah, I love seeing it, man. The metaverse is so cool. So cool.
All day.
All right, guys.
All day.
Metaverse. We'll see you guys. We'll come back and see you guys in a little bit. Appreciate you hanging out. And Tass, thank you very much, man.
Yep.
You're awesome. Thanks for being our ambassador to the multiverse.
I do what I can in the limited time I have to set up.
No worries, man. It was your birthday. You should be out celebrating. No worries.
That's right.
Too good. Love it, man. Love it.
What a guy.
Oh yeah, he's doing so good. And on his birthday, he's spending the time with us to do this, man. How great is that? Echo into the Future says smart marketing. It is smart marketing. You know, we can put our stuff in there. We can put games that we played in there. We can so if you like Todd has videos, like if it'll show
2 more doors in that room that with Jason. So the next time we cut to him, we'll show you the other 2 doors and where they go. They go to Q2C related things.
Yeah, it's cool. Very cool. Very cool to have. I'm very very happy with what we've done in the multiverse and can hopefully continue for a long time.
Yep.
All right, Dee, we'll say bye for a little bit. We'll be right back. You take it easy, girl.
Yep. Okay. I'm good.
You got it. Awesome. Thank you, Dee. Thank you. Nick Thompson says, happy birthday, Tass. Absolutely. Larry Kirk says he's going to check out the multiverse next week, Todd, and be in there for us next week. That'll be cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of things to do in there, not just watch us, but it's probably the most important thing you can do in there.
Absolutely. Karina Stimson says we should buy a storefront in the Infiniverse linking your shop. Todd.
It's already in the works.
Already in the works. Good idea, Karina. Absolutely. Bluebell says happy birthday, Tass. Happy birthday, Tass. But yeah, that is already in the works. We are going to be buying some store frontage for Q2C VR Gamer. And yeah, cool things coming. We got lots of stuff going on right now. Let's talk about that, Todd. Can we talk about the member thing? The members? You want to talk about that, or do you want to save that to the end?
Oh, the YouTube members.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, let's talk about that. Let me pull it up quick.
Yeah, do that, and then we'll jump into.
So much like Patreon, which some of you know about, and we've talked about briefly in other episodes. If you want to support the channel, you can go to our Patreon site and sign up. Bunch of different levels. We've now added YouTube members, which give you a little bit different stuff, and we've gotten rid of some of the lower Patreon levels just so that they all kind of mesh together. But right from our YouTube page, you should see a members or a join button if anyone's watching on YouTube, which I know the majority of you are. And you can join and watch and join the membership. I have to pull them up here and see what they are because I can't remember.
Yeah, we literally just did these a couple days ago. We thought it was a cool thing. What we did was we kind of got rid of our lower levels in our Patreon. We still have our upper levels tiers in our Patreon account, where we, where if you want to be an upper level member in the patron, it gets you a little bit few more things. But if you just want to be a basic, 1 tier, 2 tier supporter, you do get a whole bunch of cool stuff, and you get better stuff, I think, that we can offer in the YouTube members for the 1 and 2 tiers. And Todd's going to explain that.
Yeah. So right now, tier 1 is $2.99. You'll get loyalty badges, some custom emojis for chatting. You get a member-only live chat, so you can chat with only members. If the chat gets crazy hectic, you'll have a limited live chat that only members can see. And, of course, member shoutouts at the end of all of our live streams and, throughout our regular gameplay videos. Then there's the Q2C Brotherhood, which is $5.99. And that one is all the level 1 perks. Plus, we're going to do sneak peek at gameplay and unboxing videos. So when we record this content, we'll offer it up to the members first. 3 or 4 days, I think 3 to 5 days is what we've got listed in there. And then before it gets released to the public, a lot of our old content is going to be put into the vault and will only be available to members. And of course, the Brotherhood level of YouTube membership gets a permanent discount code for the merchandise at our Etsy store.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, just cool stuff. Todd's always thinking about this stuff. He's always looking to do different and new stuff. And this is it's just a much cooler. It offers way more than the lower level Patreon ordered offered. Yeah. And the higher level patrons, we can still offer more over there. That's why we have it. And then this is just another cool way to do it. So thank you, Todd, for setting that up, man. You rock. And GT is here, man. What's going on, GT? How we doing, man? You're up late.
Yeah, what are you
burning
doing?
It? You're burning it, man. Putting out tons of content. He's hanging out in green hell and the living remains, and he's doing all kinds of big stuff over there. And look at that, Todd. We just had a new member to the Brotherhood, the Q2C Brotherhood. Troy Gillis is our first initial member of the Q2C Brotherhood. Thank you, Troy. You're awesome, man. Troy. And
awesome.
D, I'd like to officially introduce you to Gamertag VR. GT, this is our queen of the Wheel of Death, the Wheel of D. This is ChiTownDee, GT, and you will be meeting her in person very soon. And I messaged GT earlier today, Todd. I messaged GT just to say, holy crap, we have the timing for our first show for Reality Bytes couldn't be any better, because we have the Meta Game Showcase on the 20th. I think it's the 20th, right? Tuesday?
Yeah.
Our show is going to be Saturday. And then we have, there's a very possible chance that we could see a PlayStation VR State of Play right around the same time, or at least some announcements. So can you imagine what we will have to talk about during our first episode of Reality Bytes with GT, myself and you, and it's going to be crazy. And I'm GT. I don't even know if you know, I'm going to be doing it live from Disney World, man. I'm going to be live in Disney World doing that show because I'll be on vacation. And D does rock indeed, Root says, and D does rock. GT says he woke up because his dog kept nudging him. Well, your dog kept saying, you got to wake up and go check out Eric and Todd. They're on Q2C VR Gamer Live. But yeah, it's gonna be great. I can't wait. I've had so many people message me this past week and just tell me how excited they are. Number one, that we're finally doing a weekend show during a time where they couldn't see it before. And then so many people happy that to see GT come on with us, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. Really looking forward to it. And man, if I could, if I have another platform where I can talk, that just makes me happy, dude.
Right?
You know me.
You're talking? Come on.
You know me. I can't shut up, man. I can't shut up. Too funny. Let's talk a couple things going on. We have some things going on right now. Little City, well, not right now, but coming up. We have Little Cities VR coming on April 21st, and then we have Cities VR, which is the VR version of
Little Cities and Cities VR. Yeah.
Little Cities coming April 21st, and Little Cities or Cities VR, which is basically it's a VR version of Cities Skyline, which is a flat game. Coming on April 28th. The Little Cities coming from Purple Yonder game developers, published by EndDreams, our friends in Dreams, Jimmy Bowers over there, doing great work, and I'm really looking forward to Little Cities. I have tried it already. Trey Gillis messaged me about these. He was really looking forward to some of these games, but he had a question for me. He's like, I know you talk all the time about things getting tedious in VR and not wanting to do tedious things. The whole thing is you will do things flat that could be tedious that you would not want to do in a VR headset. And that's the problem with some of these things, is you may not want to do these things in VR. So you need to keep it engaging, and you need to keep it so it's not a chore to do these things. Again, where it's easy for you to sit at your computer and point and click and do it, it's not always easy to be wearing a headset and want to do it, or be standing up and want to do it if it's tedious and it's not fun. So that's where they have to find that happy medium. And I really think there's going to be a good differentiation between, is that a word? A differentiation between these two games. Onikazi's probably on me right now. He's like, yeah, look it up. He's like, differentiate. I don't think that's a word, Eric. But I think there's going to be enough difference between these two games where I think Little Cities is going to be way more approachable, less detailed, less nitpicky on exactly what you have to do to run your city. And I think
more of a top-down God view of a city maker, right? City mapper.
Exactly. I think it's going to be, the Little Cities is going to be a little bit more cartoony, a little more fun, a little more mobile phone city builder. Okay, we'll put it that way, maybe. And then Cities VR is going to be way more like City Skyline, which is basically a full-blown PC, city building simulator, where it looks to me. I have not played this one yet. I have played Little Cities. I have not played this one yet, but it looks to me like you're going to be able to go zoom down and go into the city and watch cars, be there with cars driving. GT did say he played Little Cities a few months back and didn't feel there was enough to make a video. I have my feedback to EndDreams and hope the release is different. Absolutely, I did the same thing when you did, GT, that early build. I did it. I played it as well. I did have fun with it. It is a fun game. It's engaging, but you're right. The build that we had, there was a lot of potatoes and not a lot of meat. Okay, there just wasn't. But I think we were playing a super early version. I'm hoping, that was probably 3 or 4 months ago now, hoping they've had some time to really work on it. EndDreams does good stuff. I know this is through Purple Yonder is the developer. But, EndDreams is backing this, and I can't believe that EndDreams is going to want to put anything subpar out. So I think it'll at least be a very good version. Now, which one's going to be better and which one's going to be for you? I don't know, Todd. What do you think? Which one do you think you would jump into?
I think Cities VR is going to be a little bit more up my alley, just because it's going to be a little bit more detailed. I like the idea of being able to zoom in on different aspects of the world, whether it's the road building or whatever. I remember with your Cities VR or your Little Cities video. Now, granted, this is a long time ago, but it seemed very generic with placing the roads and, you placing a building. I don't even think you could turn the buildings around at that point. It seemed very approachable for a new VR player, where I think Cities VR is going to be more for the hardcore, someone who's got their VR legs and can fly around in a city without getting sick, and take more advantage of those aspects of the game.
Yeah, I think you're going to have a lot more asset management in Cities VR. I think it's going to be, where it's a little, and it's still hard. It's still not, nothing. You still have things to do in little cities. It's just more approachable, I think. So I think it just depends on what kind of gamer you are, and I think that's what we're going to have to look at. And when it comes down to a lot of these things, it could be price point, Todd. It could be, Cities VR is a big license, and that is by Fast Travel Games. That could be $30, dude. I mean, that game probably will be at least $30. I mean, I'm just guessing here, but
But if Little Cities is $30,
I don't think so. I'm thinking.
I don't think so.
What do you think? $15.99, $20 for Little Cities?
$15.99.
So
unless it's improved drastically since the last alpha that we played or you played.
Well, again, that was 3 months ago. I would hope so.
Yeah.
I hope they have something different since that point, and added to it. So, and again, what I played and what I recorded was very early. I mean, it was early, but I mean, it was early in the game too. Like, there was airports you could open, there was sports stadiums you could open, there was docks, there was a million things that I just didn't get to in that game. I gave it a couple hours of time, and that's and I had to move on. But yeah, I'm excited that we have these games coming. So I hope they're both great, and I hope they both work. I hope they both do well. And Onakazi says he thought he heard Upload said Little Cities was going to be $20. I think that's a good spot. $15.99 to $20, I think, is a good spot.
No more than that for sure.
Yeah, I want to see the finished product before I decide on that, but I think that's where I think
Raptors saying that Cities VR is going to be $29.99.
That's what I figured, $30. Yeah, who said that?
Tech Raptor.
Nice. Yeah, I think that's very well could be. Yeah, I mean, that's where I was kind of figuring. So, GT says price prediction: Cities VR is 25, Little Cities is 15 or less.
That's what I think too. Yeah. That's what I would expect. Whether or not that's what'll happen, we'll see. But
yeah, I think we're all along those same lines, and I think if that's the case, I think they can both survive, because that's the whole thing. Can they both survive in this space? I think at the price point, if that's the right price point, if they get to 15 and the other one is 25, 30, I think both could survive, because you're going to have the serious sim builder who's going to go for the 30, and you're going to have the casual gamer, the Quest 2, mobile gamer, who will go for that $15, right?
Yeah. Yep. It's approachable, right? At $15, you're like, oh, let's try it. And you might just get hooked. So
yeah.
Or at $30, you got to really want to play it.
It's
really.
an investment.
Yeah, right.
D, we're going to say goodbye to you just for a few minutes, because I want to make the screen a little bit bigger, because I want to show some pictures that I sent to Todd earlier this week, earlier today, I should say, that I saw from Sadly It's Bradley. We'll see you real quick. It's okay. We'll bring you right back. I promise. We'll bring you right back. Sorry, Todd. I keep stepping on your toes, Todd.
Quit touching my buttons.
All right, Todd, so Sadly It's Bradley, he went on earlier today, and he said that basically he was given, he was shown by an insider the new Cambria headset, and he saw it. He didn't touch it or anything. It was over a video screen, but he saw it. The guy took it out of the box. He showed him, and he turned it all around and he looked at it. Now he couldn't take any screenshots. He couldn't take any pictures. He couldn't say who this guy was. He was very specific on what he could do. He said there was tracking numbers all over this thing. So if he showed any of it, it was going to be found out and the guy would have gotten in trouble. But he had a mental picture in his mind of what this thing looked like. Okay. And from what this guy is telling him, this is a production model, not a model, but this is not a, I shouldn't say production.
This is not a mock-up.
This is a production unit. So this is what is currently being made to be shipped out to consumers. So Bradley had this, Sadly It's Bradley's so good, man. He's so smart. And I could just see where he's like, yeah, he probably has a photographic memory, and he probably
the wheels are turning instantly.
Yeah, and he was probably, man, I'm on it. Here it is. So he basically went to a guy who does VR rendering, and I can't remember the program that he used in virtual reality. If anybody else saw it, let me know
Gravity
what
Sketch
that
or
program
something?
was. Gravity Sketch. Thank you, Todd.
Yeah.
It was in Gravity Sketch, and he went in there with this guy, and basically they worked together, and they made up mock-ups of exactly what Bradley saw, and these are the pictures that basically they came out of, that Bradley is pretty much guaranteeing that this is what we will be seeing as a retail version of the Cambria. Let's show him, Todd. Right there, that first picture to me, guys, that's what the Lynx R1 looks like that I tried at GDC.
Yeah.
That exactly is what the Lynx looks like. I mean, it's a little bit different with the head strap and things, but the way the lens are, the way that it's open in the front, that's what it looks like.
And it seems so weird to me to not have shrouding around your face. Like,
yeah, well, there's no gasket on that right now, and I think you're probably going to see
it must come with a gasket.
Yeah, because like even the Lynx R1 can be worn with a gasket or without a gasket. So now this picture here, what Bradley was talking about, you can see in the center of this, right? You can see these 4 sensors. He believes there's sensors and cameras in here. And then there's 2 cameras on the outside too. And the sensors he thought were going to be, the ones that are on the outside, he thought were going to be your eye tracking for inside the headset. Which he thought was a little bit of a weird spot because he didn't think it was going to see the eyes properly because it seemed low. But yeah, I think that was an interesting shot as well. And he said that the front was not, it was opaque. You were going to be able to see through it.
That's cool.
Yeah. Look at this thing, man. Look how sexy this headset looks, dude.
Yeah, it's like so streamlined, right? Like,
yeah.
Obviously, this is a rendering, but
yeah,
still.
Well, look at the front of the headset to me. Think about how big your Quest headset is and how big it is in the front, and look at how thin this looks in the front.
Yeah.
Now, do you think they have something built into it looks like they have to have something built into the back of that head strap. Do you not think so? Either power or
I think it's battery. Yeah.
I just think this thing looks so streamlined. It looks so good. So yeah, here's where he was pointing to those sensors. I think I'm trying to remember exactly what he was talking about with these, and I can't remember exactly what.
Looks like there's sensors on the sides here too, right?
Yeah, I think those are your tracking cameras. Maybe I'm assuming those are your. I assume that's what they are.
Inside out tracking.
Yeah, for your inside out tracking. Yeah.
Right.
But again, just looks so good. I love the design of it. It's almost like a Halo / Elite strap. The way that it's almost is over the top.
This baseball hat kind of front, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it looks really good. Technically, it's still crappy audio. It might be. Who knows, man?
Right.
Who knows? That's a great shot right there, too. Look how thin and small that is.
Look at that. That's half the thickness of the Quest or less. Like, that's crazy.
Onakazi says tracking cameras, depth sensing cameras, and pass-through cameras. Yeah, exactly. And ChiTownDee said the gamer tag, if I don't mention Beat Saber, Mash will keep you on camera on screen. Gamertag probably loves Beat Saber. Maybe we could stream it together, GT. Well, me and you will go stream.
You can't, because the multiplayer in that game sucks.
Oh, it does. We wouldn't even be able to talk to each other. We could mime to each other because Beat games can't put a decent enough I can't even get on it. I can't even get on it right now. We're talking about the Cambria, Todd. Don't get me off track. Oh man,
it looks good.
Yeah.
Now, whether or not this is what's going to actually ship in a box to my house, we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I just thought it was super interesting, and Bradley is way more right than he is wrong. And thank you. Sadly, it's Bradley. And guys, go check out if you guys are not subbed to Sadly It's Bradley, you are missing out. You need to go sub him. He's so good. The guy is so smart. 2 guys you want to go to sub right now. If you're not, GT, go to Gamertag VR YouTube and sub. And then go to Sadly It's Bradley and sub, because he's starting to do a lot of these live talks all the time where he's taking questions. The guy is so smart. He knows what he's doing. He gets down into the inner workings of these things. He's checking code, and he has industry, contacts now that, are giving him a lot of these things. So, definitely go check him out. And thank you for those pictures, Bradley. You made my day, man. If that's really what it is, and you know, I trust him. So if that's what it is and that's what he saw, I think that's a good idea of what we're gonna see.
Yeah.
D, what are you laughing about over there? D's like got tears coming out of her eyes. She's laughing so much, Todd.
Because a techno glitch. He was like, said something about the crappy audio, and I'm like, you know about crappy audio, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Techno glitch is gonna bitch about crappy audio. This dude comes in the Discord. Every time he comes in the Discord, it sounds like he's talking out of a men's urinal somewhere.
With his $3 mic. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
That's why I hilarious. I crack myself up. So I'm
exactly.
Sorry.
Oh my God, too funny. Too funny.
I am.
What's going on, Wolveraza? How you doing, man? What's going on? Yeah.
Cleveland Browns in the multiverse.
Oh, Cleveland Browns? Nice.
Yeah.
Live from the multiverse. What's going on in VR? Watching us live right now, Cleveland Brown. How are you doing, man? Thank you for watching us in VR. We appreciate it. And Wolveraza is here. He said he slept through most of the show, Todd.
Yeah, I know.
Wolveraza GT. Wolveraza won the first merchandise of Reality Bytes. He has a hoodie coming of Reality Bytes. So we're just talking about Beat Saber and how much I love it. And did you guys see what Tass sent me?
You better not burn those, dude.
I'm gonna burn them. I'm gonna burn them on air. I'm gonna burn them on air.
It's the man's birthday, and you're telling
here's what I'll do.
You're gonna burn a gift with that man.
I'll make a deal. I'll make a deal with Tass right now. I'll make a deal with him. He has one of those Beat Saber sweaters. If he will send me the sweater and let me burn the sweater on air, I'll spare these things.
I'll
spare these things, Tass.
Oh my God, man!
But I want that sweater so I can set that mofo on fire.
Give that sweater to his son.
I'll do it live. I'll do it live. I'll bring my camera out to the barbecue grill outside, and we will light that baby on fire. It'll be amazing. It'll be amazing, and then we'll send the video to my friends over there. No, I'm just kidding. These are awesome. You know what's cooler though, guys? These things are cooler. Look at these little things, man. The little Quest controllers. Look at that. Down to like even the little like the grip button on the side and the trigger button on the back. Look how freaking cool those are.
Yeah, those are cool.
These I like. These I'll keep. These?
Give them to your wife.
Not so much. Oh man. Root says, have your daughter roast marshmallows over the Beat Saber fire. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, guys, what do you think? A lot of people came here to hear from Walkabout, from Mighty Coconut, and we had a chance. Well, we kind of had a chance. Todd.
Yeah.
Todd.
Yeah.
If that
Don't blame me.
If that is indeed what your name is, Todd McKenzie. So we had a chance to talk to Lucas Martell, the creator behind Walkabout Mini Golf and Mighty Coconut. And we have a few minutes that we recorded earlier, and we're going to show you guys that real quick. It's about a 25-minute video. You're going to want to listen to this. Stay tuned, guys. We're going to do some big giveaways when we come back. But this is a great interview. You get some good information from Lucas, and we're going to talk about the new courses that they have coming real soon, and what they have coming in the future, and what systems you might see Walkabout Mini Golf on in the future. Stay tuned to the end of the video. All right, everybody, we are joined by Lucas Martell from Mighty Coconut, the developers of Walkabout Mini Golf. Thanks for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, so you have news coming, but let's talk a little bit about you guys first. I'd like to know a little bit more about you, how the game came to be, and how you guys are working so well with the Quest platform.
Okay, yeah. Well, let's maybe just start off kind of chatting with the game in case there's. I know it's you've mentioned just off the air that there were a decent number of folks in your community that have been playing it, but yeah, so it's VR. Like we targeted the Quest sort of first, and now we're on Steam and Oculus PC. But yeah, it's a mini golf game, but we're also trying to really sort of like go in some places that are unusual and some things that work extremely well in VR, that it's as much about the environment and the place that you're in as anything else. In fact, we even kind of started to think of a lot of our courses almost more like little theme parks that are built around a mini golf course. And so especially with some of the more heavier themed environments. We're really getting into this almost sort of theme park world, and it's a lot of fun because it lets us do a really wide variety of stuff. We've done some that are more natural. We've done some that are more sci-fi. We've done we just did Sweetopia, which is just sort of like a world of cupcakes and cookies and ice cream and chocolate rivers, and being able to go extremely wide. And then the ones that you alluded to, we've also just announced, they're not out yet, but we are doing a course based on Jim Henson's Labyrinth. And then we also just announced that we are doing one based on Myst, the Cyan game from '93 by Rand Miller and Robin Miller. But yeah, so we are starting to get into some licensed IP stuff, which is, it might be sacrilege, but we're putting a mini golf course on Myst Island, and it was great to see that they were on board for that and actually thought it was awesome, and just a very different way of experiencing that world.
I think it's great. I don't think it's sacrilege at all. I know some people that are diehard Myst fans, completely loved it, flat on PC years ago. And then they, completely flipped and went crazy when it came into VR from Cyan. And they were like, these people were like, I've never gotten Walkabout before, but now I'm going to go get Walkabout just so I can go into the world of Myst and play golf. And we'll get into the little bit more of that in a second. I just wanted to say that, it's great with mini golf is so approachable, and with the Quest platform now and so many new people into the Quest of all ages, it's not just your hardcore gamers anymore that are doing VR. I mean, there are moms and dads and aunts and uncles and friends and people. The mini golf and the Quest 2 platform lend themselves so well to get over the hurdles of geographics, to get over the hurdles of technology, and to get over the hurdles of approachability for people to get in there and be with each other and play miniature golf. And it just seems like it's almost like you said, you can play this competitively, but it's almost a social platform.
Yeah, I mean, we're the social aspect is something that when I was originally designing the game, I didn't think as much about. That's actually something that Oculus at the time, now Meta, was kind of pushing as we were getting close to release. They're like, really should add multiplayer to it. And that's one of those things that we were only developing for the Quest 1. And my concern at the time was, are there enough headsets out there that people are actually going to be playing social multiplayer? We happened to release just a couple weeks before the Quest 2 was announced and released. So we were very lucky that we were sort of there, and we've been sort of like kind of growing along with it. Yeah, now that there are so many more people who have headsets, we made a big effort to keep the game as approachable as possible. And now we've been adding in a lot of features that some of the more hardcore players are wanting, or even things like the ability to fly, alternate forms of locomotion. There's a lot of stuff for the trick shot community. We're adding all those features in, but we're still trying to keep it very, very approachable, so that there's a lot of folks who, they've got some people who have been into VR for years and have all, a really nice gaming rig, are now playing with their parents and even grandparents. So it's cool that it's sort of like that. It kind of scratches that itch for everyone, and it's very approachable. And like I said, you could take it as seriously as you want, or you could just turn it into a very social, just a great place to hang out.
Yeah, and just people love mini golf. You know what I mean? It's just and it lends itself so well to VR, right?
Yeah, you really don't run across many people who have like a strong hatred of mini golf. It hasn't offended many people, so yeah, it's an easy sell for a lot of folks to be like, I like mini golf and I like VR. It's also been interesting that for a lot of folks, this has kind of become one of the kind of gateways into VR, because it's a very comfortable experience. Flying is one of the things that you can do, but it's in no way required for part of the game. So movement is comfortable. It doesn't require you to even be familiar with the buttons, and you're only using one controller, which it just makes it a little easier to get in that first time. There's a lot of reasons that many people sort of like use it as a way to sort of like get folks into VR, and then from there they might do more. Or there's a lot of folks who still sort of like, who are just playing mini golf in VR, it seems like.
Yeah, I mean, I hear stories all the time with, I'm playing, mini golf with my dad across the country, or I'm playing walkabout mini golf with, an aunt or uncle I haven't seen in years, and they just got their headset and they're so excited about doing it. And it just makes it helps bring VR to the masses, which is what we're all trying to do in our own little way. So I think it's just an amazing thing to get into. And one of the great things that I think you guys did early on is you guys provided so much content even after the game was launched for free. So you guys gave this great game out, and then you continued to cultivate it, and you weren't done with it, and you kept saying, here's more, here's another course. No, we're not charging yet for it. Here it is, here it is, here it is. And then now, you've gotten so much content where now you're putting more stuff out there, and you're saying, okay, just give us a little bit, which I think is a great structure, and people love it. People have no problems paying the $2.99 or $3 for these courses, which is great.
Yeah, that's great to hear. That's exactly kind of what we wanted, that like it making all of these new courses, and especially we've gotten a lot more ambitious with many of the courses that we're doing, and even with some of the licensing stuff that we're doing. But we still wanted to keep it like, we want to keep doing this, and we're having such a fun time doing it that we just, we're really glad that a lot of folks are loving the game so much, and they keep wanting more of those courses. And just people pitching in, $3 for each new course that kind of comes out. Not everyone has to do it. We've got guest pass, so there's a lot there. Even if even if you're just buying the base game, you've got 8 courses plus all of the night modes, which are hard versions of all the courses, and between the Fox Huts, the Lost Balls, there's a lot of content in there. But yeah, we're also thrilled that it's allowing us to continue to develop and to make more courses, because we've got a lot of ideas, and it just kind of feels like, okay, now we've sort of scratched the surface, and now we're starting to get into some of the deeper mechanics of the really cool out there ideas that are a lot of fun for us to play with as developers, and I think people are going to love.
Yeah, you said guest pass there, which is something kind of new for you guys. Not really new, but maybe a lot of people don't know about it, which is that if you are going to play multiplayer with somebody else and they have a course that you don't, you can still play that course, right? If you don't even own it.
Exactly. Just one person in the room. I think that there was actually a little bug in the last version that it had to be the host, but we fixed that, or the next version should rectify that. Or basically just like anyone in the room, if anyone has the course, it will unlock. It won't let you collect the lost balls or do a couple of like little side experiences, but you could still get on there and play the course in multiplayer. And it's still a great way for people. Like, if you got a group of friends and one person buys it, then everyone could get on there and play. So
which is awesome. Just such great value.
We want people to be playing these courses, and hopefully someone will like, oh, but now I want that club.
Exactly. I want to go get that special ball. I want to get the course. I want to be able to play the course with my other friends, and I have to have the game. So it's such a smart idea. I absolutely love the pricing structure.
Yeah. Well, and it's been also too, just because it's it really does feel like there's a lot of content. Like, it's not just cosmetics. It's not sort of, with each one, we really are trying to put a lot of value into each one of those. And like I said, we keep getting more and more ambitious with every single one of them. And I'm already starting to look at some of the stuff that we've got coming out later this year, and sort of like, I'm really excited about the stuff we've got coming soon, but I also know what we've got coming, and it's like, oh, I can't wait to see people's reactions to some of these.
I know. The announcement that you had yesterday was such big news. Well, number one, doing the Labyrinth announcement really hit home for me. I'm a little bit older, so Labyrinth is a little bit fresher in my mind. There's maybe a lot of younger people that don't know Labyrinth, but Labyrinth was such a magical experience earlier in my life, and Jim Henson was a big part of my life growing up in many different platforms that he did. So for you guys to grab that license really hits home to a lot of older people, which is great. But I think a lot of younger people are going to see this and go, holy crap, and maybe go watch the movie after they do it.
Well, we hope that happens. And also, it feels like one of the big things that we're looking at with all of the licensing stuff that we're doing is that you'll be able to have a good time and enjoy it, even if you don't know the game or the movie or the book or whatever that it's based on, because there's still it's still a cool place to be. It's still just sort of like a great mini golf experience, and the fans will get more out of it, but it's still something that you can go in cold and have a good time. So that's one of the things that we kind of have as a baseline rule for any of the IP stuff that we're doing, is that it's got to be still accessible. And if anything, hopefully it gets some folks aware of a couple of these things that they might not know about.
Right. And there's so many places you can go. I mean, I can't wait for the future of what you guys can do. And, one of the big ones is what we'll talk about now, which is, you guys, teaming up with Cyan Worlds and doing Myst. And now with Labyrinth, is it one course, or are you doing several courses with that one?
So we're doing one course for both Labyrinth and Mist. That's not to rule out the possibility of doing other stuff with them, but right now we're kind of starting with one, and also part of it is just that we only have, we're working up to the point that we could be doing one course a month. We're not there yet, and it's still that's still a lot of content. So we also are just kind of trying to do a really wide variety of things. And so if we were to do a second of any of those, it would likely be a good ways down the road, just because we really want to make sure that we get a lot of different stuff and a really wide variety of stuff out there too.
Now, will it be like the other courses where you have a daytime and a nighttime?
Exactly, yeah. And we're kind of starting to break that rule a little bit, just in terms of the day. We've been calling it night mode, is kind of like the hard version of the course, but it still is we're relighting everything, and it's not just sort of like a cosmetic difference. We actually redesign all of the holes to, in general, be more difficult, but also some of them just take on there's a couple of courses where the night mode is almost completely different, and there's many holes that are completely different than the daytime versions of them. So it really is sort of it really is almost sort of like a second course, even though you're still in the same environment. But by the time we do all the changes,
it's not like you flip a switch and all of a sudden lights off and that's it. Everything's the same. Just your lights are off, which is great. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. One of them we did. Yeah. The daytime was sort of like this Gothic castle, and then at night, or for the night mode, we actually did our Christmas course in that. So it became dungeons filled with strings of lights, and just really sort of went over the top with it. So it's really fun to come up with those, how we're going to sort of twist things around for night mode.
Yeah, it's so cool. And one of the things I really love is I do love the Gothic Castle one. That one's amazing. If you're gonna fly with this game, go fly the Gothic Castle, so you can get so high above that castle. It's such a cool thing. But you got to be careful if you're not VR ready for flight.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Although it has been fairly comfortable, because the flight works just by pointing wherever you want to go, and there's something about motion sickness and sort of attaching it somehow physically to your body makes it feel way more comfortable. And there's something about being able to really, just the amount of control you have just by directing where you're pointing. A couple of people have said it almost feels sort of like Mary Poppins, or riding around on a broomstick, because of how you do it. But it's definitely, I'd say, one of the more comfortable sort of flying experiences.
Yeah. Definitely something everybody should try. If you haven't done it yet, go try it and check it out. It's one of the coolest things to get up above the course and see it. Mm-hmm. So now, talking about these licensed courses with Labyrinth and now Mist. Now, when you go and you make relationships with these people to do this, is this something where they give you assets that you can put into the game? Do they have a lot of input? Do you work with them directly, or are they just saying, here's the license, and do what you want with it, or are they helping you guys design and build these courses?
Yeah, so in general, we're working with both Henson and the folks at Cyan to create something that is both true to what the fans are want, and they have a deeper knowledge of of what those worlds are. So it is a relationship, and we are working with them. We are still it's still a mini golf course, and because we're especially on the Quest, we do have sort of our own low poly look. Which is partially a look, but it's also very important because it impacts how the game plays. And the fact that every single object the ball could bounce off of it, it actually helps that there's some low poly aspects to it, because it allows physics to just work in a way that you expect, in a good way. So we are having to pretty much build everything ourselves from scratch. But like in the case of Mist, we actually did get Mist Island, and we actually have the geo. So we're making sure that we're being true to that. But we're still going to end up kind of rebuilding it in our style, just because, like I said, we're not trying to recreate the movie or the game. It is sort of like a theme park version, so there's a little license to kind of reconstruct some stuff, and even do a couple of. We are having to make a couple of changes just to make it work as a mini golf course. So that's just kind of part of it.
Yeah, I think you need that creative part, because it wouldn't be as good if you just took the island and just dropped the miniature golf course in the middle of it and just, here's a hole, here's a hole. I think you need to make it your own and do something different, because we all want to go in and we want to see that setting. We want to see something different or magical. And you go, oh my God, I've been in this. I've been here before. I've walked through this part. Yeah. And now now there's a miniature golf course right here, and there's a hole right here, or something different. Yeah.
And I think that part of the fun of it, both for us as designers, but I also think for a lot of the people playing this, is sort of like it's in that how we go about stuff. And there's a lot, and mini golf just kind of tends to have this like, it's about the clever ways that you use elements of the environment or elements of the film that become part of the sort of like the gameplay itself. And so finding interesting ways of integrating those into it, so it does sort of like, it's not just like, oh yeah, there happens to be a mini golf course that's just dropped onto the island. It actually needs to feel like it's kind of riffing on the game and the mechanics of the movie and the characters and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's a lot of fun to figure out how to do those and creating those interesting little connections.
Yeah. So now pricing structure, are you guys, I don't know if you can answer this or not, but are you guys thinking along the same lines? I know, you know, Labyrinth, I think have you announced Labyrinth as price-wise for the DLC for that?
I think we've said it some other place. I don't know if it's actually in writing anywhere, but right now, I mean, the plan is to try to keep these licensing things just identical. That's not to say that we'll be able to do that for every single one of them, but that's the plan, is that we want to keep it, again, just as easy as possible for people to jump in and play and not have to sort of like, not have a whole complicated thing where, yeah, just sort of like, yeah, $3 for the course. And it also allows us to sort of help reach audiences that might not even know about it. Like there's some Myst fans who don't know about Walkabout just as much as there's some people who are going to be buying the course who've never actually played Myst before. So it kind of works both ways. So it's a really nice synergy with stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, guys, think about so many different places you can go with this. I mean, think about your favorite game license. I want to see Halo. I want to see a Halo mini golf course, you know what I mean? Or a Resident Evil. How about a scary one? How about you know what I mean? That would be really cool.
Oh yeah. Yeah. There are so many things. And yeah, I mean, this is sort of like, we've got these two that'll happen this year. We are starting to talk to folks about sort of what might happen in 2023. We do have sort of a limited number of courses, so it's like we kind of have to sort of like cherry pick, but also find out with any of these, it is just sort of a conversation and finding out who's into it. So like with Myst was perfect because we reached out to them, and it turns out that as much as we had been playing Myst, the new version just launched in VR, they had all been playing Walkabout. So it was perfect. It was very, very easy, because once we said what we wanted to do, they were like, oh, I know exactly what you're doing. And it was like the shortest pitch ever. And it was so yeah, it was just sort of a love fest as we were chatting with them and talking about it. It instantly flipped to sort of like the fun things we can do, and less of a sort of like, it wasn't so much a sales thing. It was just like how interesting ideas.
Yeah, it's cool when you have two teams like that come together, and you can like just like you know, you instantly, they already know you already know them, and you can just meet and get something like this done, which is amazing. Yeah. Have you guys ever thought about a course or thought about a theme for a course, and then you thought this was going to be great, and then you get into it and you're like, this is not working, or it didn't work? Or
there's definitely been a couple of things. I feel like more than anything, there's been a couple of mechanics that we've kind of tried out. There's one in particular that I had tried earlier on that I won't say what it is, because we realized later on what the issue was, and it was just too complex and it was too difficult to sort of wrap your head around. And we figured out a way to do that mechanic that will be in an upcoming course that is just much more approachable, and you can understand what it is, and you have some control over it, is the big thing. Because it's easy to make things that are either too difficult or too complex, and boiling them down to the point that like, okay, this is the mini golf version. Like, actually, I can't say too much about what we're going to do, about what we're doing with Myst, but we are integrating some of like the puzzle solving. At the same time, it can't be the same type of thing that you would normally do in the Myst game itself. So it's more of a gameplay that harkens to that puzzle solving aspect of Myst, as opposed to, again, trying to recreate it. So you do have to simplify things pretty greatly to make it work in mini golf form, unsurprisingly.
Yeah. It's in the end, you want to be mini golf and fun, and if you're having to figure puzzles out, I guess, to get to the mini golf course, it might be
it's got to be fun, and there has to be sort of there has to be some just a balance to that. Yeah.
So, you guys, so what you're saying is you guys kind of already have more courses planned. You have things already planned for 2023, or ideas or things?
Yeah,
ready to
yeah.
go?
So we've actually got sort of our wish list board of like all the ideas that we have that are just original things to us. We've got a kind of a long list of folks that we're starting to reach out to on the licensing front. I think we've got over, just on the originals that we want to do, we've got over 100 courses. So those are just like the ideas, and then we've got, I think, 7 courses currently in development. And then we've started putting pencil to paper on a few of the courses. We already even know probably about half of the courses that are going to be coming out in 2023, and we've started actually designing a couple of them, but it's still very early stages. So yeah, there's a pretty long, now that we're aiming for this one a month, it means that we have to have a lot going at any given time. So we have to be thinking 9 months ahead, because you've got to get it started and figured out now so that it will be ready 9 months from now.
Right, because you got to go through the Oculus approval, I'm sure, for each DLC, and that's got to be all set too, right?
Yeah, and there's a much, because we've done this enough and we've released enough different courses that's actually a fairly simple process. It's really more about the actual building. The courses are also getting a lot more complex, and while many of the first courses that the game actually started as pretty much a solo project, and so there was a decent number of stuff that we were using asset libraries, but on most of the courses that we're working on now, pretty much everything is 100% custom. So it just takes a lot longer to build every single piece from scratch, because even though it's just a mini golf course, when you actually look around and you just like the sheer number of objects that have to be built, and it has to be polished, and just the level of gameplay that you need, it takes a decent bit of time to really get it there.
How big has your team gotten now? I know you, like you said, you kind of started out like a solo, right? And now you've built into how many?
We started solo. I think now we're at 16, and we've got a couple more people coming on board, but we're pretty much at full strength now. So I think you had asked earlier sort of like about me a little bit. I'll give the very, very short version of that. So I actually come from an animation background. So I've done a short film called Pigeon Impossible, which was the basis for Spies in Disguise, the movie that came out from Blue Sky. It was the last Blue Sky film. Will Smith, Tom Holland, Will Smith turns into a pigeon. But that came out right before the pandemic. And so I actually come from an animation background. Our studio has been mostly animation focused. So we're pretty lucky that we have already done a lot of this, of putting productions together and knowing how to build out pretty large amounts of content. It's just that this is the first time that we're doing it in the game space. So we've kind of had to relearn, because a lot of things work in a kind of fundamentally different way for game. There's just a lot more interaction, a lot more QA. It's just a different process, but still that idea of sort of having a team all working on a lot of different things at once is something that luckily we're just already very comfortable with. So we've just had to kind of translate those skills over to the game world.
Right. Super. It's so interesting the way that this has happened with a lot of indie devs now, with, starting so small, and VR just kind of blows up, and you grow together with, how the industry is just taking off, and we are all trying to get to mainstream, and it's really neat to see everybody kind of growing together, and it's just an amazing time for virtual reality. And
oh yeah, it's so cool. And it's also, I mean, to be honest, this is sort of my sweet spot, where sort of like, okay, like 16 people, it might be on the larger side for VR, but it's tiny compared to most, like, what most sort of like larger budget things are. I love this space. It's like, it's just enough that it's large enough that you can really do a lot of stuff, but it's also not so big that it's just a black hole and you don't know everybody. Like, we have a very, very flat, structure, and we can just sort of like, I can get right in with the artists, and we do retreats occasionally to sort of like actually get in the same room and design stuff together. I'm actually in our office right now. We do have a very small office, but almost the entire team is working remotely.
Yeah, it's that time of the world, the world right now lends itself to that, and everybody is doing a lot of remote work now, and yeah, you're right. I went to GDC this past month, and it's amazing, the VR, because that's a huge gaming world there. There's a lot of flashing there, but the VR world, everybody just kind of gets together, and you can always see the VR people together somewhere at some point, and it's just neat. Let me ask you one more question before I say goodbye, because I would definitely be remiss if I didn't ask it. Will we see Walkabout Mini Golf on the PlayStation VR or the PlayStation VR 2, or any plans?
We are we are making plans. So I can't commit to anything yet, but we are definitely making plans for that, and we're doing everything we can. So I fingers crossed, but yeah, it's absolutely something that we're actively working on. So
lots of people out there. The PlayStation community is huge, and they would all kill to have this game.
Yeah. Well, and it's so, I mean, you really do want VR to be full crossplay and full, like, if you've got a PSVR 2, you want to be able to play with your other friends who are Quest or someone who's on Steam. Like, yeah, it's such a social thing that you. So yeah.
Yeah, this has been amazing.
All right, looks like we're having some technical difficulties.
I'm like, we got to come out at some point. You can't just leave it there frozen.
No, I kept on clicking the wrong buttons. Yeah, my can you even see my camera?
Your camera, yeah, we see your camera fine, but the video is frozen.
It's got me at 0 of 10 network connection.
Really? Wow. How come you're having such issues? You got internet issues right now? Wow.
I don't know. Sorry, guys.
No worries. No worries. We will
leave
try
them hanging because
I know, right?
You posted up onto YouTube as well.
Yeah. That was pretty much the end of the interview. Anyway, basically, I bring Todd in and to the end of the interview and say, you know, I completely screwed up, and basically, I was about a half hour late for my own interview. I was supposed to be there at 12 p.m. and I got my time zones mixed up. I thought it was 1 p.m. And so I told Todd 1 p.m. for the interview, and I got a message from the PR director from Walkabout Mini Golf, and he's like, Lucas is in your restream room. Is anybody there? So he was sitting in our restream room for about 15 or 20 minutes all by himself, just sitting there waiting. And thank God I went in. I just happened to look at my email and saw it. So I was actually working on the questions for the interview, and I jammed in there and I was like, holy crap. So yeah, I mean, if you want to see me completely, you know, fall all over myself at the end of that interview, and because I basically, I didn't have to, I could have just said, you know, everything was fine and nobody would know anything different, but I brought Todd in and was like, I came
in about halfway through and you couldn't see me. I was just off camera and I was like, just leave me off. Just keep going.
Yeah. Well, it was good because it was a great interview. It was going really well. And I tried to bring Todd in, and he's like, no. He's like, don't bring me in. He's like, it's going so well. He's
the
like,
flow's going good. Just leave me off.
Just leave me off. So, yeah, that's why Todd wasn't on screen. It wasn't me being a screen hog, Roots. Stop thinking that, Roots. I know you're thinking it, if that is indeed what your name is. Michelle Dillon's here. What's going on, Michelle? How are you doing? Todd, can you try that video again from that point to see if we can finish it up?
Yep.
See if you're any better now. Just there's only like another
10.
Yeah, there's only like a minute of it left. Really, like it's basically just, you know, saying goodbye and everything. I know, Roots. I'm such a screen hog. I was like, I didn't want Todd to be on screen. I just wanted it to be all me. I told Todd it was 1 o'clock. It really was 12.
Right.
All right, let's give this one more quick shot, and we'll see if it works. Todd's on McDonald's Wi-Fi.
Right? I don't know what's going on.
Friends who are on a Quest or someone who's on Steam, like, yeah, it's such a social thing that you really want to have all of those, every different major VR sort of like system that you have. You really want to be able to have them connect and work together. So yeah.
Yeah, this has been amazing. Lucas, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I screwed up the time on this interview, guys. I'm going to put it out there because I could ignore it and say that I screwed up. I screwed up, guys. Like time zones and me right now is just not jiving, and I completely screwed up. And I was about an hour late. Well, I was about a half hour late for the interview. Lucas was sitting in our restream room for about 15 minutes by himself.
It's okay.
All by yourself. Oh my god!
I was at my answer a bunch of slacks. So.
I was at my desk putting questions together, and then I couldn't get Todd in here in time. But I have to say, all that aside, amazing interview. This was extremely fun to do. Lots of information. I'm so happy with Walkabout and where it's gone and what it's done for the virtual reality community and bringing people together in difficult times. When some people have been locked down and haven't been able to see other people. Yeah. You hear so many stories about people playing Walkabout during quarantine and things like that. So thank you.
Yeah. Well, thank you. And it was great to meet you, Todd. Very briefly.
You as well. I've been hiding in the background listening to the whole interview. So
okay.
All great news. I'm very excited to see what's coming next. So
oh man,
it's gonna get
funny. Yeah. Too funny. He's like, "Yeah, nice to meet you, Todd. Thanks for coming in for 2 seconds of the interview."
How's this bearded fellow that showed up at the bottom?
Oh man, it was too funny though. It was he. You know what? That just goes to show you how great that dude is because he was sitting there all by himself. We give him the invite to come into the restream room, and so he was just sitting there. You know what I mean? And he was just hanging out. He was doing his work, and he was just ready to do the interview. Man, it was so funny. It was so good, and he was just like. He's just so great, man. Lucas Martell from Mighty Coconut, just a brilliant guy, man. And I was so happy to get a chance to talk to him, and I was so bummed that Todd didn't get a chance to talk to him. But I'm glad at least that you did come in at the end to say hi. And I screwed up. I thought it was them too for sure. It was one of those things too. I'm like, Lucas, I think your PR guy screwed up, man. And I looked at the thing and I'm like, oh no, that was my screw up. All right, Roots wants to see D. There she is. He says, "Where D? Bring out the D." You know who else likes the D?
My mom.
Dude, well, how many my mom jokes were there during that interview? Basically,
way too many.
I spent the whole interview just reading chat and seeing all these things. Oh, it's too funny. I do want to say Michelle B said, Michelle Dillon, how are you doing? Thanks for coming and hanging out. And how is everybody feeling in your household? I know Isabel was sick. And who else was sick? Was it Chris or one of the other kids was sick too? Yeah. So how's everybody doing? Hope everybody is doing well there. And thanks for coming and hanging out. But yeah, I did see Michelle B said she said she loves the guests when we have them live because it's way more interactive. And we agree with that 100%, totally. Michelle. If we could have had these guys live, we tried. We always want to do a live guest, and we will do pretty much everything in our power to make sure they come live. It just happened to be that Sikinetics is in France. It would be like 2 or 3 in the morning for them to try and do that interview live. And then it would just be too difficult. And then with Lucas, it's extremely busy week. He's everywhere right now. Basically I had him for an hour and that was it, and that was all we had. And they were nice enough to do that.
Said, here's an hour.
Yeah,
take it or leave it. So
I would always prefer to do them live, but if we can, I prefer to have them. Bottom line, I'd rather have them if it has to be pre-recorded than not have them at all. So we'll always do the best we can to get people live. Trust me, I think it's way better too. But he was just such great info, right?
Yeah, super good. It was just packed like 100 games or 100 courses in the works. Like course ideas anyway in the works. Like that's
yeah. I mean, did you hear that? I mean, that was it was great information that he gave. That I don't know if I've actually heard anywhere else. Did you hear that he said 1 course a month is what they want to try and do this summer? Yeah. So 1 new course per month this summer, and they have stuff scheduled already all the way through. Well, not through, but into 2023. Yeah.
Crazy.
So that's crazy, man. And can you imagine some of the licenses they have planned? Because now that they're into the licenses, they're in it. They're going to want to continue to do these licenses. I mean, I'm sure they're going to have other courses maybe that aren't licensed, but just think of the possibilities. I mean, I touched on a couple, you know what I mean? Think about your favorite game and think about that world or wherever you are in the Walkabout mini golf universe.
I was thinking movies. They could
exactly, yeah.
Like Back to the Future would make it a great freaking mini golf course.
Strange Brew. How great would the Strange Brew golf course be? Take off, hey! Get out of my line, eh? I can't putt with you there, eh? Oh man!
But there's so many avenues they could go down, and I think Lucas is the right guy to take on that challenge to get licensing. So I think lots of good things are coming from Walkabout.
Well, here's the other thing too: is I really thought they were going to have to charge more for both of these DLCs because you're getting into licensing now, and licensing is not cheap. So when you go to somebody like, I mean, Labyrinth is huge. The Jim Henson, property is huge, man. They could charge whatever they want. So to get Labyrinth can't be cheap. You're getting a license, and and Myst is huge, man. It's a staple in the video game industry. So to get that can't be cheap, can't be easy, and they have to pay for it. So for them to still do it, and basically he confirmed to me that they pretty much want to stay with that model at $3. So man, that's such good, right? So I can't believe they're doing that.
Good.
Yeah. What do you think, Dee? You think we should give a copy of the game away?
Mm-hmm.
You do? How dare you put that out there? I can't afford that. What do you say we do this? Let's give a copy of the game away, and how about we give a golf club stock away with the copy of the game?
To play that game.
Yeah, and then whoever doesn't win the copy of the game and the golf club, Tass will do another golf club just for the golf club by itself, right? What do you think? Look at all the colors. Look at all the colors he's got. Yeah, I was gonna have you give 5 away. What do you think? Oh, too funny. Too funny.
I feel a MrTass shout out coming up from the Multiverse.
Man. I was gonna say I think I hear something from your headset. That's too funny.
Yeah, I'll turn it down a little bit.
Yeah, that's probably good. People start swearing in there.
Yeah, right.
Mickey Birch a Caddyshack course. Can you imagine a Caddyshack course? That would be cool,
great.
Man. Oh yeah,
that'd be hilarious.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah. You know what I love, Tom? I love the new what is it called? The members of the Brotherhood.
Yeah, the family and the Brotherhood.
The Brotherhood badges now for the people that became Brotherhood. So if you look at Troy's name now in chat, his name is green and it says Q2C by his name. That's pretty cool.
All right. I'll
join. With Philippe.
Oh,
yeah, and I didn't even see that Felipe Lieras. He became a member of the Q2C Brotherhood as well, which is awesome.
I don't know if you noticed while we were in the Walkabout universe. Are you on YouTube?
I am on YouTube, yeah. Hey, what's up, Tass? Thanks, man. We got a new member of the Brotherhood. What? Look at that. You got it up already, Todd?
He did.
With the two.
He had it up like
texting it out
5 seconds after you said it. He was done.
We're watching that interview, and I'm like, Todd, I'm looking at all these stickers. I said, what would be awesome is a Beat Saber Sucks sticker. So he put that together.
Voila!
Bam, there it is. That's just like Techno Glitch asking, what did he ask something during the Sikinetic interview, right?
Yeah, the audio with that other headset.
Oh no, but he had a question about something in that other interview, and as soon as he asked that question, I actually asked it in the interview. So.
Oh yeah. Why would you need the tracker?
Exactly. Yeah. Why would you need? He's like, yeah. Why would you want the Vive tracker? And then like the next question on my mouth was, so tell us why you would need the Vive tracker.
Yeah.
Just ask us, guys. Even if we're pre-recorded, we'll make sure we get it out there.
That's right.
All right, man. So let's do this. Let's give it. We're already like 2 hours and some minutes in. 20 minutes in here. We got 56 people strong hanging out with us. Thank you, everybody. Let's give away some shit. Make some people real happy. Let me yell about a couple of games because I'm going to have some meltdowns here. It's coming, guys. I got serious. No, I'm only kidding. Maybe I don't know. We'll see.
Still more giveaways.
Let's give some stuff away. Let's give a copy of it. So D, let's spin the wheel for a copy of the game and a golf club stock by MrTass.
And you can pick any of the colors you see.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Not a lot of people pick brown. I don't understand. I mean,
yeah, poop brown.
Yeah,
Dark Angel with the 650
brown.
super chat says re-up for a new room VR key. I know. We could have a re-up. We could have a room VR fund. to buy another key for Room VR.
Okay, I'm gonna take chat off screen just for a sec, just because the wheel is so full of names.
Hey, we just have had a showing of Mighty Coconut in the chat. What is going on, Mighty Coconut? Thank you guys for stopping in, taking a quick look. We're giving a key of your game away right now to Walkabout Mini Golf and a MrTass golf club stock with it.
You betcha.
Yeah, you betcha. Yeah, yeah, you betcha.
Yeah, you betcha.
Oh no, Pollinator.
Pollinator.
Or Michelle B. Oh, Pollinator.
Way to go, Paul. I can definitely get in touch with Paul. Got him on
there
Discord.
You go.
He was actually the original reason that the EWreckTor set was created.
Yeah, hell yeah. So yeah, congratulations, Pollinator. You just won yourself probably one of the best games on the Quest platform, Walkabout Mini Golf. And just hit me up for that at mashdaddycool@gmail.com, and I'll take care of your game. You also won a MrTass golf club stock to go along with it. And I just want to say, to Mighty Coconut, thank you guys so much for allowing us to talk to Lucas today. It was such a great interview. We had such a good time with it. There was so much good information out there, and it was just a pleasure. And for me screwing up, for him sitting in our room for 15 minutes waiting for me to get in there, it just tells you how great of a guy that he is, and that the whole team is over there. And I'm happy to be an emissary of the Walkabout Mini Golf program on their Discord. So I am a content creator and an emissary of the Walkabout Mini Golf program that they have as well, and I'm very proud to be part of that as well. And lots of big things coming from that emissary program. And Todd's going to get in. We're going to get Todd in there as well. That was one of the things I needed to do after I got back from. That's what I remember. That's what it was, Todd.
There was a
That's what it was.
That's what it was.
Yeah, see? But yeah, thank you very much, Mighty Coconut. We appreciate it. Lucas and David and all you guys. And let's give another golf club stock away to anybody as a runner-up, another golf club stock from MrTass. Let's do that real quick. Hit that wheel, D.
Spin it.
Hey, I don't hit that wheel no more. I just put
yeah. Well, I still like to say that you got to hit it. How's that?
You know who else likes to hit that?
Roots says he met one of his best friends in Walkabout Mini Golf. That's amazing. He met VR Spry guy in Walkabout Mini Golf. No, I'm only kidding. He met me. Me and Roots really played our first game together in Walkabout Mini Golf.
Mark,
where is it going to
go? Almost Skiva?
Well. Where did Mark come to us from?
Congratulations. Mark is he's been both. I think Mark
regular,
is the regular. Yep, he's here quite a bit. Pollinator says, I love Walkabout. Now have to find someone who doesn't have it already. It's the best. Cool. There it is. Pass it on, man. That's one of the best things about it. Pass it on. Mighty Coconut, the players truly bring the game to live and keep us motivated to push the boundaries of what's possible. That is an amazing statement by an amazing developer. When you hear that stuff from a developer, especially a developer like Mighty Coconut that continues to support. Who's that, Todd?
That's a Bob Ross.
Bob Ross.
Nice.
Uncle Bob Ross. Sorry.
But that's awesome. When you hear statements like that from a developer who continues to support their game, like Mighty Coconut does with Walkabout Mini Golf, and again, one of those games I was talking about in the interview that is so approachable for people, for anybody. I mean, well, you hear 60, 70, 80-year-old people getting into Walkabout Mini Golf and playing games with their family.
My mom lives in Florida, and I actually got her to get a Quest 2 so that we could play Walkabout Mini Golf with her grandson, my son, and I, and so we could have something to play and get together, and it's been great. I mean, and now her husband now has a Quest 2, and his kids now have Quest 2s, and they all it's just thing. It spreads. But yeah, it's awesome.
I love it. Love it. Let's you know what? Since we have Tass here, let's do this now. That's a great story, Tass. I really love hearing those stories, man. Every time I see one in the group, or if I hear somebody that messages me and says that, you know, virtual reality has brought them closer to a family member that maybe they haven't seen in a long time, or allows them to spend time with another family member. To me, that's one of the greatest things about VR, and that's one of the reasons that we started this community. That's one of the reasons we started this Facebook group, and that's one of the reasons why we have D here, because we love D.
We love D. we got to say goodbye to D.
Go D.
Yeah. We'll see you soon, D. We'll see you soon. So let's do this real quick, guys. We have more stuff to give away since we have Tass here, and we'll talk a little. Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about the EWreckTor from MrTass. Tass, give us a brief summary about what the EWreckTor Gunstock is. I do have a video that did go out this week. If you want to see some gameplay, if you want to see me unbox it from scratch and build 2 different builds of about, I don't know, Tass, how many different builds do you think you can put in this thing? 50, 60? I mean, if you're talking different angles that you can make with it, if you're talking different, different configurations and sizes, you can make this thing whatever the way you want.
You can make it even so it's not a gun stock. While we were waiting, I went and made a 2-handed sword.
Seriously, look at that. That's pretty cool.
So you can take it into...
Oh my God. Wolveraz is probably building that right now, dude.
Yeah,
Wolveraz is in his... Yeah, he's all over
2 of the
that.
short
That's
rails, cool. And then you can just set the angle. But
yeah,
so I made it into a little 2-handed sword there. You can make it into a mini stock situation. And so I've got the solid mini stock bar, which I love and use, but you can also just use 2 shorts, a short and a long, make a mini stock. You can add a little quick aim to the front.
Yeah, put the controllers on that. Hold on, Tass. Put the controllers on that so people can see how, because it'll give you an idea, really. Yeah.
So this one's a little longer.
Mini.
Yep. And you can adjust the angle forward, back, whatever you want.
That's like a 3/4 mini. I don't know if I would.
Yeah. That's a little long.
Yeah.
It's just that customizable, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can. So you just tilt all your angles to what you want, and then if you want to make that into a full stock, add a large and a small rail and a butt stock, which you got right there.
Yeah. It's just a cool system. And like I said, I think I counted the other day. I have 8 different gun stocks in my collection. I'll actually show you guys one day. I actually have a rack now. I've made a gun stock rack. Yeah, and I was just gonna say the customization that you can do with this is different than any other gun stock I've had, because all the other gun stocks are static. You put them together, you get what you get. Right. This is different. So these we are showing here now, and I did show these in the video as well that I did. These are adapters to put your index controllers on here.
Yeah, so and these are 3D printed index fake controllers, because I don't have the index. But it was
brilliant the way you did it, and I can tell you that I did put them directly on my index controllers, because I do have a Valve index, and I did it on camera. I did it in the video. If you guys want to check it out, and they fit great. You hear a nice little snap when they go on. They were a little tight getting off, but I got them off no problem. But they were a little tight getting off, but they came off.
It leaves the hole for the USB, so if you want to leave them
which
on,
is important.
I leave the adapters on mine all the time. I do have the Kiwi extended grips, and I do have a video on how I adapt it. You can modify the grip and fit it on, and it works great. Also the normal Kiwi grips, and maybe even other grips that you may have. So there are videos for how to do that if you want to still use your nice grips and then have the adapters on, and then I just never take them off, and I'm always ready to go.
Yeah, for sure. And Felipe is fired. He says the only reason he's here is to watch D. So he's off the wheel. He's off the wheel.
Off the wheel.
He's out of the brotherhood. He's out of the brotherhood.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So let's.
Yeah, that's the system. You can build what you want.
Hell yeah! Did we give away that second? We gave away the second one. Yeah, right. Who won that? You got it down already.
Mark Caldwell's in the.
Mark Caldwell won the club.
Mash. I know, Roots. I know. All right.
Hey,
let's do this.
Can you give us an idea what those cost?
Yeah.
Jason?
Yeah. So there are different. I've made 5 separate bundles just to make it easier. So there's from a basic of, I think it's like $15 up to like everything with all the additional magnetic adapters is like $125 maybe. But the basic, a full gun stock system is $75. plus shipping. And that is a full gun stock with the butt stock, and you can build whatever you want in between. And then the bundle that we're giving away today is $100, and that includes a cheek stock and a sling with it.
Yeah, super nice. You guys, if you really want to go check out the video, I go through all of this stuff in the video. I basically take it right out of the box, right from scratch. And guess what?
The cheek stock.
Yeah, the one, and I put it together. I do 2 builds for you, so you can see a full gun stock and a mini gun stock, and we're giving that away right now. So that unit that Tass sent me, we're giving it away right now.
And Masher's build was interesting. Usually I do a bolt in the center and then the 2 on the end. He actually did just a single large rail, the 2 here, and then he still had a small off the back. And what he was saying is that it fit nicely along his forearm, so he could feel it. Because usually when I use the gun stock, I keep the bar. I actually pop off my main dominant hand, and I keep the bar attached here, so I can feel it along my forearm, reload, and I'm back in at a closer point to the chest. Also, the magnets are very strong. You can use a piece of tape to weaken that. But Dee found that out with the mini magnet stock. She said they're excessively strong. But yeah, you can customize it to whatever you want. So let's go ahead and give it away.
So Shah Azrael says free shipping, please. And yeah, Shah, I will ship it. I have it here with me in New York, and I will ship it. I'll ship it anywhere
for the giveaway.
Tass said he'd pay for the shipping, but I'll ship it. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I'll pay.
You do what you got to do.
All right, this is for the EWreckTor. This is a $100 system, guys. We're giving it away right now.
$100 EWreckTor. What?
It's nice to be able to give back.
Hell yeah, we appreciate that. You're the man.
Oh, sorry, Hack.
Oh, Daddy. You're gonna hate that shipping button.
Ryan.
Ryan Brennan. Hack was there, dude. Hack was there too, right?
It was almost.
So close. Congratulations, Ryan Brennan. That's awesome. It's amazing, and you're gonna love it. So Ryan, you need to get a hold of me, dude. As you guys know, I stopped chasing people a long time ago. You guys know where to get. You guys know where to get a hold of me. Maybe we'll do something again soon, guys, for another system. So don't worry. But you know how to get a hold of me. It's mashdaddycool@gmail.com, and you can get me there and let me know, and I'll get your information and I'll get it shipped out to you sometime either this weekend or this coming week, and get it all set to you. Tass, thank you, man.
Thanks
Happy birthday! Hell yeah!
Multiverse, I go.
Yep.
I give the gift.
Happy birthday, brother. Happy birthday. I'll give you a big gift. This is happy birthday. We talked about this earlier. Talked about it with a couple of people. Troy Gillis had mentioned, he's like, hey, you know, it's Tass's birthday. And I'm like, oh, you already got something planned, Troy. No worries. Tass, hoodie or a shirt for Q2C VR Gamer, so you can have it and you can get updated.
I can represent. Yes.
Yeah, I want you to get updated to the new one.
Hey, this is what you got for me.
Yeah,
I know. So yeah, you can have either one. You can have this one, or you can have even the new one. But you probably want the Q2C because that's the show that you're representing on. So just hit me up after the show and we'll talk about it, and I'll get it sent out to you. Pick a color and get you a hoodie if you want a hoodie, or if you want a shirt or a long sleeve, or you can pick whatever you want. And yes, everybody, D has stuff coming too. D, apparently it's Q2C VR Gamer Live. D is the host now.
No, don't put me up here. No, God, dude. I hate
there you go, everybody.
Oh my God.
It's the D show. I have no problem. I'll sit out for a little while. No, it's too funny. Too funny. Everybody loves you, D. See?
Yeah, but now I'm gonna start one of my laughing fits where I can't breathe for like 5 minutes. Oh my God.
Oh man, too funny. Thank you, Tass. Happy birthday, man, and we'll get you your shirt and or your hoodie or whatever you decide to do. All right, Todd, we've completely blown out of the water everything else we were going to talk about. I think I do want to talk about Green Hell because it's very topical. I was going to say a quick thing about After the Fall. Me and D got into some After the Fall at the, what was it, D? It was after our show last week. It was a Friday maybe or Saturday. I think it was Saturday. I streamed live Saturday, and the first game we went to was After the Fall. I know I did go on a couple of weeks ago, and I just completely killed Vertigo and After the Fall. I'm still not 100% happy with them and the way they did this, but I did go in and play it with D last week. I streamed it live on Saturday, and I had no issues. It was 100% great. I had 0 issues going through the whole thing. I'm not real happy with the new monster that they put in there, the skimmer thing or whatever.
In there for like 5 seconds and then gone.
They could have done better than that. I mean, that's a throwaway thing. You have to kill him fast, and you get some. I mean, forget all the assets you put into making that thing, and give me a different boss. Give me a different boss at the end. And
they need to randomize that.
I'm not saying you got to do like 100 bosses. Give me one more different boss, so it's random. So I'm not getting the same boss over and over and over again. So,
sorry.
Yeah, no, please go ahead. It's your show.
No, I was just gonna say the level itself. I loved it, but
you're right.
It is getting kind of old.
Yeah,
you're right. It's super good. I love the level is beautiful, and that's what I was saying that night. I was looking at it. I'm like, it's awesome. I love the level. The new gun. I didn't actually try. I do have the new gun now because guess what? We went in for 2 runs, master level on the new one, the Hollywood Boulevard. We lost the first one because it was Wolveraz's fault. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know whose fault it was, but we lost the first one. It was only 3 of us. It was me, D, and Wolveraza, and we had a bot. And we went in the second one. Did we have somebody for the second one, D? I don't remember. Or do we still have a bot? Somebody may have jumped in for the second one, but it was me, D, and Wolveraza, and somebody else. I don't remember who it was or it was a bot. And we beat it the second time on master difficulty. So I do have the new weapon open. It was a lot of fun. I'm going to do it again. I think I might stream it Saturday, D, if you're available.
Yeah.
Todd, Todd still has yet to come in here and play and stream this game with us, D. I think
when it first came out, we did a bunch.
I think he thinks he's better than us.
This man legitimately thinks.
Yeah.
How dare you?
How dare you, bro? So you need to spend 10 hours with us after the fall this Saturday. Tell your wife.
I don't know if I could even do that again, Mash. I don't know.
Right?
You could do it for me. Come on.
Archangel, here is for you.
I'll give you. Come on, D. I need you. Come on. I got you. All right. So thank you for putting that MrTass's Etsy shop in there, Todd, and the link to that. What do you say, guys? So, Todd, I have not played Green Hell yet. Todd went in today, made a great video, Green Hell. We did get early access to the game. Thank you very much to the developers of Green Hell for providing access to virtual strangers and Q2C VR Gamer Live. I do have the key, but guess what? I have 0 time. Todd had time. He went in last night. He played it. He recorded. He dropped the video today. Go, Todd.
I recorded about 4 hours of it last night. I played for about 45 minutes. Got so frustrated I had to take it off. Put it back on. Played for another 45 minutes. Got so pissed off I wanted to throw my Quest in the garbage. Take it off. Texted Mash a few times during the whole process saying, I'm going to rip this thing apart in a minute. And then I put it back on and I played for another hour. It's one of those games that you can't expect to be able to do everything right off the hop. And the more I played, the more I kind of became okay with that. There's lots of crafting and tons of, I don't want to call it a Township Tale kind of a game, but it's a survival game. So you want a stick, you got to cut down a tree, cut down the log, cut down the twig until you find the little stick that you need. So it's that type of game. So if you're not into that, it might not be for you. But the quality of the graphics, the ambient noise, the voiceover work, unbelievable for a Quest. Absolutely unbelievable. So once I kind of got wrapped around my head that I can't get everything instantly, it became a lot more fun. I was a lot more relaxed. I figured out how to save things and how to sleep and I still haven't figured out how to cook food or anything yet, but that's the type of game it is. It'll come.
Tell us about the rattlesnake, Todd.
Oh my God. If you watch that video, the first few seconds of my YouTube video are the rattlesnake, and it looks like a rattlesnake, man. Like, it is crazy how good it is. It sounds like fun. It looked like fun. I was terrified.
You screamed like a little girl, didn't you?
I screamed. I did. Yep. And there's another part that I think I might have cut out, but there was another part where a capybara, you know what a capybara is? They're like giant guinea pigs.
Yeah.
They're like the size of real pigs, but they're furry. It came running out of the bush right up to and then turned around and ran the other way. But I was looking at my backpack at the time, and I saw this 200-pound buffalo, is what I thought it was, coming running out of the trees.
Jungle buffalo.
Yeah.
Lots of jungle buffaloes.
I got killed by a scorpion. I got bitten by spiders. I got chased off a cliff. Oh my God, there's so much to it.
McCarty B says Todd likes the rattlesnake. You know who else likes the rattlesnake?
My mom.
Oh my God, you can't do that.
Stole it.
Roots is here. He's gonna get pissed, Joe. He's pissed. Dark Angel says,
Bazinga.
No spiders. I'm out. Are they small spiders?
No. They're big.
No, they're big. So yeah, you might be out on this one, Dark Angel. You might be out.
And you can cook the spiders. You can eat them raw. There's bugs you can eat. There's I found these grubs, these giant grub things. So I tried to eat it, and it was actually good for you.
Yeah, but you ate some stuff that got you sick too, though, right?
Oh, I drank the water without boiling it first. I figured out a way that you can actually catch. Yeah, I did. You can. My guy started throwing up, like incessantly throwing up, and then my skin. I got a rash on my arms. My skin was peeling off my hands. Like it was amazing.
You can't go to the jungle and drink the water, yo. Come on,
yeah,
you can't even go to
Mexico. Here's a little
and
tip
drink the
to
water.
anyone that's Here's a tip to anyone who's played it. There's coconuts that you can find all over the place. You can crack open the coconuts with a rock or with your machete, and leave them face side up in a rainstorm, and it's drinkable water. You don't have to boil it.
Oh,
Pro tip.
Tips, yeah. All right, here's the big question, because people were asking this earlier. Is this game... All right, so you played it on the Quest 2. It's coming out to PC VR next month.
Yeah.
Tell us what you thought of the visuals, and is this better than Song in the Smoke?
The visuals are definitely better. Definitely better. Song in the Smoke's very fantasy-ish, a little cartoony. Not Township Tale cartoony, but a little bit cartoony. To me, I put a lot of time into Song in the Smoke. I really enjoyed the survival aspect of that. But to me, it was just too futuristic fantasy. Like 3-headed crows, raptors that are flying around and trying to kill you, and it was all there was. I don't think I'll ever pick up Song in the Smoke now that I have Green Hell.
Wow. And you love
so realistic.
You had such a good time in there.
Yeah,
So
I did.
A big statement.
You can make grappling hooks and throw them up on a ledge and climb up a tree, and it's amazing what they did. And there's 2 parts to it. There's a storyline, which is enormous, and a survival. Just go in there and see how long you live. Totally different aspects of the game.
Yeah, I like
you
that.
start
That's
with
cool.
different stuff. You start in different areas. So yeah, that's like 2 games in one, really.
Yeah. Onakazi said that's like your opinion, man.
I know, eh?
Yeah, that's how it works, man. That's how it works. That's cool. You know, I'm going to check it out. Like I said, I have a key, so I just need to go in and check it out. I'll probably go in maybe tomorrow.
I did find some janky stuff. I found a couple rocks that I could see completely through, and it was just open space below them. There was an issue where I had some leaves from a big tree that I had cut down that I needed to collect. I couldn't pick them up. No matter what I did, I just couldn't pick them up. And I've seen some other content creators that are saying the same sort of thing. So, Zenith had a shitload of problems. This is going to have its little problems. It's just how it works. They're going to patch it. All the problems will go away, and it'll be a good game. So,
from what I'm hearing from everybody, and this is the same as you, it's a hit. It's really, really good, and I'm super happy because this game was hyped, man. It's been rumored for coming forever, and after the rumor was over, then they were on their Discord and they've been giving updates forever. I mean, just here's a screenshot. Here's one screenshot of the Quest game, and that's this has been going on for almost a year. Yeah. So when you have that much hype, and then the game comes out, very often it never lives up to the hype, and it sounds like so far this is pretty close to living up.
Yeah, I know GT had some issues. He's got an issue where his character is in permadeath.
Yeah, he was saying that tonight. He fell in a hole or something, and he's like
his character got sick, and you can't get better because he can't get out of the hole, and it's in a cycle. Yeah. Now, if you don't go to a save, it's like a roguelike, right? Like you lose everything, you die, you start from scratch. So it took me a couple hours to figure out how to save the damn thing. Like it's very, very involved.
Yeah. Ashes says you prefer the more realistic Jungle Juice massive diarrhea scenario. Who doesn't?
I couldn't believe
it. Who doesn't want massive diarrhea?
I decided to eat a scorpion, which is in the video, and I threw up like crazy.
Oh my god, too funny.
It was not good.
I want co-op because I want to be in there holding your hair while you're throwing up.
Right? Hold my beard out of the way.
Hold your beard. Oh man, too funny. Yeah, Bacardi B says it'd be cool if it was multiplayer.
Even just like 2 or 3 people would be cool.
Yeah, I mean, then we're talking the Forest, right? We're talking the Forest and in a Quest 2 headset, which is killer and
better graphics in the Forest. Like it
really well. Forest is an older game.
I was
so
impressed.
But this is a Quest 2, man. So I'm super. Well, number one, I want to get into it and see it myself in the Quest 2 headset. But from what you say, it sounds like it's amazing. But I'm really looking forward to seeing what the PC version has to offer next month when they launch it.
How much better is it? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Cool. All right, let's move on, guys, because we're almost like we're almost 3 hours in. I know. You know what? We got to skip. We're going to talk AirBridge, the new AirBridge. Rumor that we have a new AirLink bridge, basically a wireless dongle that's coming out. And we're going to get into this, but number one, it's rumor. We don't know if it's real or not. I'll do a little bit more research into it myself, and we'll get into it next week. But we were going to discuss it, but we're way too deep into it now, and we just need to kind of get going here with this. So. Let's try and finish up the giveaways, because what else do we have to give away, Todd?
We got a key for Warplanes for main chat. We're going to give away. Yep. We have a donated Steam key from Guido7335, who I just saw in chat, so I know he's.
Hey, Guido, how are you doing, man? Thank you very much for donating this key to The Living Remains, which is an amazing game that I played this week, and I had a lot of fun in. One of these games, and I don't get a lot of these games often now, where I immediately am thinking about it. I want to get back in and play it, and I said it on the video. I think I'm going to record it, and I'm going to finish the game, and I'm going to record it, and I'll probably put it out. And depending on how long it is, I'll either do it in 1 more video or 2 more videos. So because I think it's that good, and I really want to play through it, so might as well record it if I'm going to play it, right, Dee?
Yeah, exactly. So I get to watch all the scary stuff and stamp it. You know how much I love those games, dude.
I know. What was scarier, watching Wes play it or stamping it for me?
Oh, stamping it for you because I had to watch you.
I know, right? I know. But it was cool. It's a cool game. Echo Into the Future says they can see Todd's beard growing right now on camera.
No, right? On camera. That's how long we've been on air.
Yeah, I know. We're getting long. We're getting long. It was these interviews that were just so good, and I'm glad we did them. It was a blast. So let's move on, Todd. Let's give away. Let's do the metaverse. The metaverse.
I don't know. Dee hasn't been answering my texts. So do we have a metaverse reveal?
I haven't gotten anything from you, dude.
In the private chat,
you like
I messaged you. He messaged you.
Sure.
She's big leaguing us now. She thinks she's a show star. She's like, I don't have to answer your shit
I was showing
anymore.
you my phone.
In the private chat on Restream, right in front of you. Restream private chat.
There's nothing popping up.
Really?
Yeah, nothing has popped up. I've gotten up once from my chair.
She's big leaguing us, Todd. She's
big leaguing.
I don't need to answer you guys.
Okay, do we have a multiverse wheel? I don't see a multiverse wheel.
70%. Okay, remember.
I know. They're all here. I know you have more. We have 30, Todd. And so that's 15 for me, 15 for you. Is that how that works?
I know. What the hell?
D at 70%?
I gave you the link, right, Todd?
I have the link, but there's nothing on it.
This is Dee's show now. Maybe I don't know. She might get fired if we have no multiverse. It might be the Felipe show in a minute. Felipe says D has always been the real deal. Y'all just didn't know it. D left. She's out. She's out. Yo, turn the camera off. She's going. And Artful, good morning. Artful is here and says, good morning, chat. Good morning, Artful. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us towards the end of our show. Good time to be here. We're just wrapping up and ready to give away our goodies.
Sorry, for whatever reason, the document disconnected itself from it.
Okay, so you do what you're going to do, and can we do the other wheel while she's doing that stuff?
We're going to do the other wheel because I don't even have the link up right now. So we're going to give away Warplanes.
We'll give away Warplanes. This is for everybody. Anybody that's here right now, we're going to give away a key to Warplanes Battles over Pacific. Be specific when you type it into.
I love this music.
Yeah, it's so good. It's the best. Oh boy, Skiva's almost won a couple things tonight. No way, really?
Yep.
Check Glitch.
Oh, that was on Sin. That was on Sin Street. He couldn't pronounce Mario. It's Mario.
Mario. Technical glitch. This dude wins every week. I really gonna have to take him off the wheel soon.
Glitch.
Holy crap, man! I don't know how he does it. He's like the luckiest dude.
Still there?
Congrats, Tech. You have to be here to claim it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Tech is the only one that has to be here to claim it. So
yeah. Congratulations, Tech. You won a key to Warplanes. Hit me up. Come find me, and I will get you a key to Warplanes. All right, Todd. Are we ready with the other wheel?
Yeah.
For the multiverse?
Send me another link. It still shows nobody on the wheel you sent me.
What?
He's like, what? What?
Yeah.
What else do we have besides that, Todd? We got the 2 shirts.
The living remain. We still have to give that away.
Let's give away. Yeah, let's do the living remains right now while we're doing that. This is so this is a Steam key, guys. You have to have PCVR to play this game. So that's really loud. That's really loud.
That was really loud.
What?
Holy moly!
So it is a Steam key.
What's that?
It is a Steam key.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, it is a Steam key. So if you don't have PCVR available, you need to let me know so we can figure that out. But this was donated by Guido3775. Am I right? Or 7335. Guido7335.
7335. Yep.
Polish Hammer. Congratulations, man. And just hit me up, Polish Hammer, and we will arrange getting your key to you from Chris or Guido 7335. But congratulations. Awesome game. Boom, man. We're just flying this stuff out of here right now. Yeah, you can get me at Polish Hammer. You can get me at mashdaddycool@gmail.com. That's mashdaddycool@gmail.com. Or you can get me through Messenger at Eric Masher.
All right, so this is for the Metaverse only people, all those fancy people over in VR watching us.
Yep, this is another Warplanes key, right?
The Warplanes key, yeah.
Rock. What a good game.
Yeah, right?
Felipe Hilarious, because you know who else likes to polish the hammer? Or polish the hammer.
Necrotronics. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Necrotronics. Do me a favor, just please make sure you are subbed to the YouTube channel because you cannot win if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel. So please make sure you are subbed if you are not. And then hit me up at mashdaddycool@gmail.com and I'll get you your key to Warplanes. All right. I'm exhausted.
Almost there. We're almost done.
Oh, I'm exhausted giving away all this stuff, dude. Do we have anything left to give away next week?
Nope.
No, that's it. We have nothing left.
Nope.
I'm sure we will find something to give away. I'll look in my storage bin of things I have here. We'll give something cool
away. Our tickle trunk.
Yeah, right. We always have cool stuff. Trust me, guys. I have stuff coming on my ass. Well, you don't want stuff coming on my ass, but I have stuff. I have a lot of stuff. I have a lot of stuff here that we can give away. So we have shirts, we have hats, we have gloves, we don't have gloves, but we have shirts, we have hats, we have
flip flops.
With flip flops, we will give how about a beanbag? We gotta give a beanbag chair away one of these days.
Well, we got to talk about that first, but yeah, we should do that one day. We got to sort that out.
Yeah. Todd's not happy. Todd is not happy with my Etsy management style, D.
Nope. Taking over.
No.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think D just got a new job. She could be queen of the Etsy store. Oh, I like it. Dee's getting busier and busier. It's going to be the D show soon. I'm telling you, Todd. Me and you are going to be doing.
Ash says she wants flip flops. Maybe we'll drop the flip flops.
Yeah, that's a good idea. The flip flops are cool looking. Okay, let's give away some shirts. We have 2 shirts to give away, right? That's what we're done.
Yep.
Awesome, guys. 2 shirts. So we'll let you guys decide how you want to do it. You can do the Q2C VR Gamer, or you can do the Reality Bytes with. And Todd, can you show those real quick? The Q2C VR Gamer shirt, or you can do the new Reality Bytes with myself and GT and Todd. Which one would you choose, D? Because you actually get to choose. Which one? Actually, you don't get to choose because you're getting one of each. But what if you had to choose? What would you get? No, wrong answer. No, I'm just kidding. What would you choose?
Wow, Mash. How do you make me choose, man?
You know what we could do?
What?
This is what the hoodie looks like. It'll be the t-shirt version of this. I don't have a t-shirt up on the store right now.
Oh yeah, look at that. That's cool. You know what we could do? You could do one that says Q2C VR Gamer, and you could have Reality Bytes on the sleeve, and then you could do one the opposite way.
You're getting fancy.
Fancy, yo. Or you could have ChiTownDee.
What? No.
Running down the other side. You got to have your gamer tag on there. Or would you put Degenerate? Or would you put Pinball Arena? Or would you put many of the other 50 names that you have?
Hold on, wait, my glasses are sliding.
Hey, whoa. This is a family show, D. You can't do that.
I was pushing up my glasses. See, I did this.
That's just give her a minute to answer. It's her show. That's true. All right, for a shirt, guys. Let me know which one you want. The wheel is like tiny, man. I love it. There's lots of people on there.
There is. Hard to read, even on my screen.
Yeah. 12:01. Your birthday's over, Tass.
Okay. Oh, so close. Wait.
We're gonna have to re-roll that.
Yeah. Because they had already won tonight. Sorry, guys.
It's not syncing up here. Give me 1 sec.
Ooh, it's not happy.
It's not happy.
The wheel.
Yep, you can only win once. Those are the rules.
The rules of the rules. We like to have multiple winners. That's the problem. I'd hate to have all, like multiple people win the same thing. When or not multiple people win the same thing. Shaw says Lisa again. No, Lisa didn't win again. No. All right,
here we go.
Broke it. We broke it. Hell yeah, Wolveraza. I love it, man. I love it. Yeah. I'm so happy that you're stoked to get your hoodie when it comes in.
Oh, Glitch is still on there too. You better not win.
What do we got? I can't even see it.
Happy birthday!
Oh, MrTass. Congratulations, Tass. Do you want to roll it again, or because you're already getting a shirt and a hoodie? So, because you're getting a hoodie for your birthday and you're getting a shirt because you're a patron member, do you want a second shirt? He says respin it. Let's respin it.
Roll it again.
Good man, Tass. Good man, Tass. He's gonna respin it. He's already got a hoodie coming for his birthday, and he gets a shirt. Our patron members at the 3-month mark of being a patron, you get an automatic T-shirt, and he's coming up on 3 months, so he automatically gets a shirt. So we're gonna roll it again. This is like the room VR. I can't give this thing away.
I know, right? We're gonna spend 3 hours of our show just trying to give away a hoodie or a T-shirt.
There's a million people that want it, so I'm sure we'll find somebody here.
Make sure you guys stick around after the show. The outro has been changed.
Yes, we have a new outro, guys. It's quick. It's really cool. Just we'll chat and we'll be in the chat talking to you guys a little bit during the outro. Hey, whoa, Sir Khalid, I love it, man. That's awesome. Awesome. Nice to see somebody from Virtual Strangers that was there the other day stopping in and coming over here and hanging out. I'm not sure if they have been here before or not, but I'm not sure. But that's cool. Thank you very much. And just get a hold of me. You guys know I've said it all night. MashDaddyCool@gmail.com and give me your color, the design, and your shirt size and your address, and I will get it out to you anywhere you are. All right, one more, guys. One more. Hussein X got their shirt, Todd. Did I tell you that?
Yeah, I need to see a picture of that, Hussein.
I know. I asked. I said, not everybody wants to send a picture of themselves, so I understand that. Who we got? Oh, Roots! Congratulations, man. Love it. Nice. Congratulations to one of my best friends in the world, IAmRuuts. Congratulations, man. I wonder what he'll pick. He could get a Virtual Strangers one. He could get that. He could get.
Yeah. I still haven't seen the guys wearing their hoodies yet.
It's my fault. I screwed up and I didn't put the right addresses on their boxes. So, yeah. So they went out and they got sent back. I have them back again now. I have to resend them out. They're sitting here in my living room. So,
I thought they didn't like them. I was like, oh,
no, they have. It's my fault.
It's fine.
I know, right? I screwed it up. That just goes to show you guys. I literally have zero time. I've almost given my job up completely, and I'm doing this almost full time now, and I still barely have time to do what I'm doing. It's really I don't regret any of it, but I need help badly. I need help. But yeah, everything's awesome. It's just happening very, very fast, and it's extremely busy, and I appreciate every bit of it. Trust me. So congratulations, Roots. What did he say there? I missed it.
He wants
Reality Bytes.
Oh, nice. He wants the Reality Bytes. I want the Reality Bytes one too. I actually do have my Reality Bytes ones coming eventually. I was hoping to have them for tonight's show. We will have them. Todd will have his. I'll have mine. And I need to get to GT because I want him to have one too. And I have to message him and get a size and get one sent out to him. So hopefully we'll all have them for our first episode of Reality Bytes on April 23rd at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. April 23rd, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. You will see me. You'll see Todd, you'll see D, and you'll see GT for Reality Bytes. And man, we're gonna have a lot of stuff to talk about. And
quick thank you out to Dark Angel and Troy for super chats tonight. I appreciate it very much.
Yes, thank you very much for the super chats, guys. We always appreciate them from everybody. Thank you for joining the Brotherhood from Mr. Tasselhoff and who was it? It was Mr. Tasselhoff. It was Troy Gillis and then Felipe Lieras. Appreciate it, guys. Yeah, it's cool to see the little Q2C little sticker by everybody's name when they do that. It's pretty cool. All right, guys, is that it for us? Is that all we got? I think that's it.
There's a couple other news things that we were going to hit, but
I think I think we'll hold them. We'll hit them. We'll hit them next week. And we'll
BAFTA was tonight. That one we can't really hit next week because it was a live show tonight in the UK. The BAFTA is the British Arts and Television Awards show, and they did their video game show was tonight. And there is no virtual reality category for that award show, but the most evolving game of 2022 was No Man's Sky, which does have a fantastic VR mode.
Oh my god, it's amazing. I was watching I don't know who it might have been Obscure Nerd. He was playing No Man's Sky, and he's kind of going through the Pimax 8KX as well, like I am.
Oh wow, he did it on the Pimax.
He was playing No Man's Sky on the Pimax, and it looked phenomenal.
So
he was
good.
having a great time. He had things dialed up. I think he said he had a 3080. Yeah, man, I can't wait. I want to contact him and talk to him just to see how he's doing with it all, and just to get his ideas on it. And I can't wait to get mine set up with the 3080 Ti, probably sometime either over the weekend or Monday or Tuesday. I have to redo my whole system here. My whole setup is going to be changing. I have a new desk. I have some new hardware. I've got some new stuff. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to record what my old setup looks like here, so you guys can kind of see what I have and
before
just show
and after.
you. Yeah, I'll do a before and after. I have a new automatic desk. It raises and lowers, so it goes from a standing desk to a sitting desk. So I'll be able to do some shooting standing up now, which I really want to do. I'm going to be able to change my cameras a little bit, and it's going to be big. And but before that, and Roots just reminded me, tomorrow night you want to go to IAmRuuts Twitch channel. If we can put a link up in there, go. Whoever is here right now, 56 people. I want to see every one of you guys in Roots' Twitch chat tomorrow, because we're going to be doing Returnal. You're going to see both of us on screen. It's going to be flat. Sorry, guys. It's a flat game, but it's an amazing game. It's co-op. We're going to be in there playing Returnal together. D will be there in chat supporting us. I guarantee it, right, D?
Absolutely.
Todd may stop in and say hi in chat, but it's going to be fun. Probably look for us. I'm not even exactly sure time-wise, anywhere between like probably 8 and 10 p.m. Eastern time. You'll be able to find us. Go see IAmRuuts. We see everybody in there tomorrow night. We're going to have an awesome time playing Returnal. And then I think Saturday, we're going to do some live streaming Saturday night. Be me, D. If we can pull Todd in there, maybe we'll pull some Todd in there. We'll do some stuff. We'll definitely probably get in some after the fall. Maybe get some Wolveraz in there.
Going back to the BAFTA Game Awards, the best game of 2022 was Returnal.
Yeah, that's right.
That was 2 more awards: music and
music and something else too. Yeah.
After Returnal VR, PlayStation 2 launch title.
You imagine?
Returnal
along with Destiny. Oh my god, I wouldn't. If that happens, I'm taking the week off work. That's all I'm playing.
Hell yeah, hell yeah! The week. I'm taking the month. Screw that. I'm quitting my job. Shutting down the whole channel.
Go out again. Who knows?
Yeah, right. Exactly. It was, as Dee steps on her headset, so she doesn't have to work. All right, guys. I just want to say thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us. We've been here for 3 hours and 10 minutes. Thank you for being here. We really appreciate it. We've got way bigger things and more things planned for next Thursday's show. We have a ton to give away. We have some amazing, cool stuff planned. Come see us. If you can, support us on Patreon. We have 2 levels of great Patreon. Go take a look at it. If you can't support us there, you can go to the YouTube members and you can support us there for 2 levels as well, as little as $2.99 a month. We really appreciate it. Every little bit helps. We want to give a PlayStation 5 away. We're pushing towards PlayStation 5 giveaway. I am actively looking for one right now. If I can get it right now, I will buy it. We will give it away on the channel, but we need a little bit of support so I can pay for it, because otherwise my wife will kick my ass. So, PlayStation
and summertime's 5. Coming. Next week, we're giving away a pair of flip-flops.
Yeah, definitely flip-flops next week. We need a new design on the flip-flops, though. Me and you, we'll get into that. Me, you, and D will figure out design, because D is 70% of the show now, apparently. So we'll get in there. We'll do that. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. For my friend Todd, for my good friend D, who's now the star of the show. Good night, everybody.